Crime never sleeps, and neither do we. Welcome back in, guys, for another detective adventure where we are diving in with an open heart and open mind and only one expectation, that we will catch whodunit. Let's go. Action. Y'all, welcome to Detective from the Crypt. Jane wakes up in a crypt as a ghost. You are investigating the death of her family together, seeking and researching evidences, building an accusation based on them. You have a laboratory to research evidences, play and get the feeling of being a true Victorian detective. This game was not only gifted to me by a community member, but I saw a cat and I saw a Victorian detective and I said, that's me, I'm in, put me in, coach. So here we go, guys. I'm so excited to bring this playthrough to you guys. A little fun kitten ghost adventure. She's so cute. This is gonna be awesome. I like the music already. Kind of giving like a cathedral feeling. You got the little stars coming in and out. This is awesome. Style, 10 out of 10 already. Oh, we're getting straight into it. Something bad happened with our family. The last thing I remember, the happy faces of my parents. Why did I wake up in a crypt? Why did my parents die? I don't remember the last day of my life. We were having quite the tea party. But is the person who committed it here? Could it be the butler? Could it be... I don't know, she looks like the woman that dresses us and everything. Is she like one of the servants? Something has happened. Files. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's the governess. Father, Lord Darkday. Hot-tempered and ambitious person, a representative of an old aristocratic family. Last time he had been very sad. Well, he looks angry in that photo. Lady Darkday. Her maiden name was Clifford, and she was a big red dog. No, she loved entertainment and beautiful outfits. She has been very funny lately. Humor right before death. I like it. Auntie with a period. Why is she the only one that has a period next to her name? Red-haired Aunt Esther. Frivolous like a child. Sometimes it seems to me that she is younger than me. Jane. Calm and reasonable. I've always loved horror stories and wanted to write a book myself. Jane, maybe inspired by Jane Eyre? The governess. Old Martha. I've remembered her from childhood. Now she is completely gray. She has always been kind to me. And Butler George. Our grandfather also hired a butler. George is quite superstitious and reserved. Never speaks in vain. Loves animals very much. If he loves animals, I don't think he would have done it. Governess? Sleeping with my father? Mother slaughtered everyone because... All right, we've got tasks, we've got notes. Something happened. And that's all we get. So this must be our inventory, which we have nothing in. We've got our notebook. The suspects. Wait, so it really is all of us. Who is the painter then? Non-open version 5. What do you mean non-open version 5? The suspects. Somebody was painting our portrait. A young man. Also... somebody else. These two people are not in our normal list of... Oh, that's my auntie. Never mind. Lord Darkday. Father looks so sad. Oh, did I mention it's a point-and-click adventure? Oh, do I get to... Okay, so you can move with that. How do I stop? There. He's holding... Is it a lily? Lily of the Valley? There's all these lilies. I love the glowing coming from us as a ghost and the way that the light is being shown. Who's in here? Lady Darkday, poor mother. Here lies Jane Darkday. This is my coffin. From the outside, the situation must look strange. Flowers by my grave. What's this? A letter. A letter from the grave? From a great-grandmother? I can't even imagine her writing a letter there, because she's long turned into a skeleton. However, I am a ghost myself, but I'm talking like a living one. A letter from the great-grandmother. The plot thickens. Find Pulgira. She knows a lot and will help you. Take the graveyard candle. A candle from a cemetery has special properties. If its light changes color, then somewhere nearby is a secret passage or a treasure. A secret passage. A candle from a cemetery. My great-grandmother. Okay, may she rest in peace. My grandfather? Here is the coffin of some ancestor. He's been lying here so long that even the inscription doesn't tell anything. They're nice graves. Okay, nothing else over there. There must be a secret passageway to get in and out of the crypt. But let's double check the other side first. I love do you see how the depth is created, but then you also have this like etching in the forefront? It's kind of, it almost makes it feel like cobwebs are blocking everything else. It's a lot of graves. My grandfather is buried here. My grandmother's buried there. Here lies my cousin, who died of measles as a child. The memory of it shivers down my spine. Okay, right away, I'm already suspicious of anyone who's not down here with me. Now, granted, the governess and the butler probably wouldn't be buried with the rest of the dark days. Dark days ahead. But my auntie, if she had died too, would have been buried down here with us, but we didn't see her coffin. Incredibly strange. Let's take this and see if there's any secret passageways. My great-grandmother said that it would change color if there was a secret passage somewhere. I also think it's kind of like the veil in the cradle almost. And why am I in the centerpiece? Like my parents are flanking the sides of my coffin with me having this veil. Her design is so pretty. It's ethereal, but also just haunting. She's got this one little braid with a flower pendant. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's go to another area. A safe coffin with a bell. What? If you are buried alive, you need to hold on until some help arrives. The graves are equipped with special air pipes and bells. If the imaginary dead man pulls the rope, then the bell on his grave will ring. Bells ring quite often, but for some reason no one has resurrected so far and left the grave. It turns out that restless souls are ringing the bells. Each one of them has something left to keep them here. I like the details on the corner of these. Guys, I think we might have just found a hidden gem here. I love this. So we can come back here at any time. There's a bell. There's a bell. The crow is back at it again. Let's go ahead and pop a save. And I'm just gonna put 1. Game saved 1. We've got a full moon night. Do you think they'll ring if I go past them? What are you doing? Strike clean. Wait, the bell on this grave is, wait. The bell rings on this grave especially depressing. I remember the old doctor. Should pop back up. No, let me see the text. Hello, doctor. I missed what else it said. I gotta read fast.
Hello, Miss Jane. Of course, it is very unfortunate that you died at such a young age, but I'm still glad to see you.
You look very tired.
Of course he's dead. Unfortunately, even ghosts want to be treated by me, and do not listen to any objections. They think they're in pain. Of the pain, all the pain, of course, is phantom, but patients still come to me. Some are especially persistent. Mrs. Jones's coughing, for example, keeps all the cemetery awake. She had consumption, and although she died, she continues to cough out of habit all night long. I don't have time to make sleeping pills for everyone. What to do? I can't offer her other lungs because I'm just a doctor, and besides, I'm dead.
Poor doctor. I'm so sorry. Are there many ghosts here?
Oh, you can get to know them yourself. Many appear. One has only to touch the bell. Only the mason is very unsociable. He won't just come out of his grave. He won't just come out. We last saw him at a party. He likes to eat candy.
That is very oddly specific, but probably will come in handy. When I was a child, I was scared of ghosts, and now I'm one of them.
Some ghosts are quite angry and dangerous to the living and the dead. Beware of them, my dear Jane.
Same thing? Yeah, he says you can get to know the ghosts yourself. Only the mason's unsociable. Okay. Can I... Okay. Just pull him out. There's another bell. I love the art in this. With some of the... It's a mixture of a couple different styles happening. Because you've got this, which feels more... Not like watercolor, but it's definitely a different style. And then in this front, you've got what almost looks like Studio Ghibli style, almost. Ghibli. I like that. Old Mrs. Brown is buried here. Her husband often comes to her grave. The poor guy hasn't been feeling well lately. Mrs. Brown? Shoo, shoo, fly away. Hello, Mrs. Brown.
Hello, young lady. Could you help me?
Yes, of course. What can I do for you? It appears that even the young, even in death, still, I love it. She has respect for her elders, even in death, and she's helping them out. She's still being useful as a ghost. I mean, I guess when you have all that time to be dead, you can find a new purpose.
Oh, Miss Jane, the horrible bird sits here all the time. She's attacking the little birds that used to fly to my grave to sing. I liked their singing so much, and now they don't fly here at all. I tried to chase the crow away, but it's not scared of anything at all.
I'll try to figure something out.
Thank you. I'm relying on you.
Okay, so we'll have to get some... Here's another bell.
Is that a bagpiper?
The piper in the background.
Would you like to listen to music, miss?
You are probably very fond of music if you play even after death. I swore that I would become a famous musician and make a lot of money. You're not getting my Scottish accent, my Scottish accent. After FF9, I swore off pulling out a Scottish accent. Only when my talent is appreciated, I will return to my homeland. Would you like to listen to music? Okay, that's that. So only after his talent is... Play those pipes, sir. Let's hear it. He's not doing it. There we go. The pipes are calling. It's time to go back to the Highlands. Wow. I wasn't expecting to run into bagpipes today. Look at his little gillies almost. I guess they're not really gillies. Wow. The sporran. It's quite lovely. You're very good. I think you could have a future in the tattoo. Okay, there's one more bell that we need to ring. The grave of the inventor. They say that he was plagued with failures during his life. All right. I just went inside something. A greedy bride. Once upon a time, a noble family lived in these lands. Their daughter, Henrietta... What's that noise? Loved jewelry. Oh, it's water dripping. More than anything. Noble gentlemen offered her a hand and a heart, but she rejected everyone, considering them not rich enough. One of the fans was in love with her, and she reciprocated. But when a richer challenger appeared, she broke off the engagement. The rejected lover committed suicide, but before dying, he had cursed her. Okay, that got dark real quick. Tass, I have to find Pulkira, Bad Lungs, and Mrs. Brown's annoyed by the crap. Wait, my, okay, I have this. I think we should just always have our lamp with us. All right, someone lost their jaw here. Someone really had a heck of a time. Is this the, whoa, okay, creepy. Vladislav Borges. But that name doesn't mean anything to me. Not yet, at least. The lanterns with the blue, it's so ghostly and cool. I think that's what I'm liking is the color palette that they've decided to use for this game. It makes you feel like you're in the afterlife, like you're no longer, like the vibrant nature of the world is dimmed down a little bit. It doesn't mean that your light's been put out, but just you would see the world in different shades almost. It's not the same as when, There's a lot of bones. What is this? Is that the bride? The cursed bride. Okay, take the shovel. Guys, this just got so cool. I feel like there's jewelry hidden somewhere in this cemetery. Bring them to me or you'll regret it. Okay, but let me go. If you don't bring me the jewelry, I'll curse you. I guess I need to, that's going up the stairs. So I fell here. Whoa. Where are the jewels you promised to bring? I almost found them, but I need a little more time. Okay, I'll let you go. But don't forget about the curse if you don't keep your promise. So she was cursed by her lover who committed suicide because she was obsessed with expensive things, went with the rich lover, instead cursed her poor lover to pushed him to the edge. He commits suicide, curses her, and now she wants to do the same to other people. She really learned nothing from her tale. I remember, and I'll keep my promise. It looks like the monster draws strength from the souls of the people buried here. It's a lot of people buried here. Okay, no secret passageways, but I think the light maybe illuminated this, or did she summon this? Let me see if I can go back this way. I can't. I have to go back up. Creepy. Skeletons and bones are scattered everywhere. What happened here? More jaws. Oh, and then you fall. Okay, so that took me a second to learn. So she opens up the path for us to get back. There we go. We need not go back this way. She says that there's jewels. Now I need to rob graves for another. She had 4 to 5 chains, so we're probably looking for 4 to 5 different jewels. The inventor. Hello, mister. The weather sure is nice today. I haven't been happy about anything for a long time. When I was alive, I was unlucky myself and brought misfortune to others. I was an inventor, and the last thing I remember was an explosion in my laboratory. Then, not only did I suffer, but also my assistant, although he survived. So all my life, I brought people only trouble and problems. And after death, a little has changed. For example, a watchman slipped on my grave and twisted his ankle yesterday. He's cursed, and not the curse that we're looking at with her. It'll always be so. But once I wanted people to visit my grave and remember me, saying kind words. Don't give up. The luck will be on your side. I love that we're a little, like, this is giving Casper the Friendly Ghost all over. But we're a little Victorian ghost girl, just helping people, even after. Okay, so I brought him back. There's this one. Whoa, wait. The color changes. The candle changes color. There's a secret passage or treasure nearby. This way. Okay, that's somebody else, though. Hold on. A mason is buried here. They say that his bride was a maid and one day she disappeared. They said that she ran away with the footman from the house. The drama in this grave is thick. The mason was very upset and withdrawn into himself. It seems that even now his ghost does not communicate with others, but sits in the grave and doesn't go anywhere. He's grumpy. I don't know if we want to ring that. Mrs. Jones is buried here. And then dark day, my family home. We'll need to go see my family home soon. Hello, Mrs. Jones. How are you feeling? There was somebody who wanted something with Mrs. Jones, Tass. Help, Mrs. Jones has very bad lungs.
Oh, don't ask, just awful. This cough drives me crazy.
We need to get her some cough drops.
Ricola. For many nights, it's been torturing me from dusk until dawn. The doctor prescribed medicine for me, but it doesn't help me at all.
Goodbye, take care. Okay, the writing is definitely like, I feel like it's either really good or there's some moments where I'm just laughing because she's like so curt. I think sometimes it's a long, lengthy description, and then other times she's just like, no, I gotta go, bye. Gotta go, bye. It's cute. It's very... I don't think I'm gonna ring for the Mason as I ring for the Mason. I couldn't help it. I felt like a cat, and I was like, lizard, 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 lizard. Hello. Ugh. Goodbye. Bye-bye now. They've been digging here recently. The soil in this place is loose. Okay, so how do we... Oh, I have an item. The soil here is loose. Wonderful. We might have just found an item. Jewels. Family jewelry. Someone hid our family jewels in the cemetery. I wonder if their disappearance is related to our death. This is very suspicious. Maybe some... Okay, so all signs are pointing to people that worked for us. They'd know where our family jewels are. And then they would have hid them. If there was an investigation that was launched in life, the Scotland Yard. Investigation launched. They're looking into them. They need to make sure that they're not suspicious, so they hide the family jewels that they intended to steal, our fortune, our wealth, and everything, into the one place that investigators wouldn't come, the grave. But bad news bears for them, I'm even more active in death than I was in life. Okay, we've got those. I love how we're gonna be able to like cross off people that we don't see as suspects. Okay. I guess we could start by going to the scene of the crime. Do we go to the house or do we see if we can... I don't know if that's enough jewels for her. She might want more. More things to do over there. Let's go ahead and head to the swamp. To the swamp. Eerie. Cemetery. Very haunting. This really does have this in-between worlds feeling. I like this, and the concept of, it's such a simple concept, ghost, dealing with a crime post-death, but I feel like I haven't seen it done too often. A broken golden watch, and with the journal and everything. I found a broken golden watch at the swamp. Water and moss got under the glass. The hand stopped at 2 o'clock. The inscription on the watch, to my dear Oscar. That was the name of the artist who painted our portraits and suddenly disappeared. He disappeared suddenly before our disappearance and murder. The plot thickens. Did he get thrown into the swamp somewhere? Is his dead body or... There's bubbles over there. A map and bone. An old newspaper. The bone had been gnawed on by some big animal. Why can't I read the newspaper? Wait, yeah, there was something 3 days before the death. I'd heard something howling. It could have been some poor animal that was tied up here. Pigs do a good thing at hiding bodies, right? Maybe a tied up pig. There's not a lot here though. Some animal. Werewolves. Bubbles here. All right, we keep heading in this direction. I like the side scrolling in this situation. Can almost feel the softness of the mossy ground beneath our feet. So back to the cemetery. Let's go see if these jewels are enough to activate anything with... I don't want to give the family jewels to the greedy bride. I don't believe she's going to let me go, but I don't want to get a curse. If that's the case, we'll proceed back to our family house. Find some items to help the ghosts around us. Did I miss anything? Dark day. Dark day indeed. It was badly done, Emma. Badly done indeed. A 4-leaf clover is for good luck. Hey, do you think if I buried those beneath the inventor? I'm gonna go back over there. What if I laid them beneath the inventor's grave and he was covered with 4-leaf clovers? He might be able to... We could maybe generate some luck. According to Control, the luck and probability department would likely agree. 4-leaf clover. Now the inventor will believe in himself and perk up. I love it! What do you think? You will now have a 4-leaf clover growing on your grave. Luck will come back to you and people will be here to be luckier. Thank you very much, miss. We helped our first ghost! Tass, find the treasures, help a loser? You need to try to help the loser. Oh, okay, so this whole time I thought that the writing was all over the place in some ways, but now I just realized that they're trying to bring comedy to it. You need to help the loser. The greedy bride demands treasure, otherwise she'll be cursed. I like it. It's kind of got, you know what it is too? You've got this this Victorian setting. You've got the mystery and all of it. And so you expect Victorian dialogue, but instead you get like modern day writing. And I don't hate it. It's a nice little juxtaposition. What are you? There's something written on the monument, but it's impossible to read. The letters are too small. I was promised a ghost cat. In the preview, there was supposed to be a ghost cat. Find out where the fabric is torn from. You need to find a dress or a suit of a similar color and attach the fabric to it. There are many crows in our garden. You know you're wealthy when you have your own private garden. Good night. Do you notice too that the X is I think it's 2 bones crisscrossing, or it might be that same text that's right here. These lilies are my favorite. Shoes. Mom's old boots. They shall be examined more accurately. They shall be. No pink light happening. No, I think it might be 2 bones. A hollow. It's empty on the inside. Oh, well. Anything else in the park? Okay, nothing else that way. Oh, did you drown? There's been a lot of deaths on our property. Oh my gosh. I want to play. Bought it. I'm a ghost. You can't kill me. I want to play. Let's trade. Do you have anything interesting? Pocket watch? That thing is not interesting to me. Not my family jewels. Maybe I'll find like a ball or a train. Stay there, child. Mysterious child that's hanging out around a well, which leads me to believe that he might have been drowned. Fell down the well. Distant relative, maybe? There must be more that we're missing. I think a lot of it will come out in the house. Oh, we can go around the side before going in. There's a secret passageway that should be nearby. But real quick. Oh, creepy music. Can we even go in through the front, or is it locked? Detailing on the tiles. What was that noise? I can't pass through the door. Some invisible barrier is not letting me through. Maybe whoever murdered us, maybe they know that ghosts can haunt them, and so they placed up like a witching sort of something barrier, but then how would you get in through the secret? I didn't mean to leave again. Can't pass through the front door. Like a vampire. The music's doing something weird to my ear. I don't know how I feel about that. The candle changes colors. There's a secret passage or treasure nearby. Wait, the brickwork in this place is different from the rest of the wall. Maybe there's treasure hidden here. I don't have anything to break it yet.
Oh, I don't think I like that.
I feel like it's skipping. Like a record that's skipping or something. A box of chocolates. The boy would like a box of chocolates, guarantee. He'd probably trade for that. We must have made a fortune on all of these barrels. The wine business? Whiskey? Up we go. I can't go inside. The invisible barrier won't let me in. Salt is scattered on the steps. I need to remove it somehow, but I'm too weak to break the spell. Yeah, this is witchcraft. Somebody knows that we have the potential to come back. But why am I a ghost and my parents aren't? We need to go get something. I guess I wasn't able to keep the shovel. We need to go all the way back to that boy. If I give him a box of chocolates, he might give me something in return, like a... I don't know. Oh, think about it. Maybe like a bale or my mom's boots. I can't do anything with that. Hey, would you like a box of chocolates? I want to trade. Chocolates for? That thing is not interesting to me. Fabric? That thing's not interesting to me either. Family jewels? No. Tass. Help Mrs. Brown. Annoyed by the crow. Help the ghost boy. The boy is bored. The boy should be entertained somehow. Okay. Maybe the bad lungs need chocolate? Chocolate. Mom's old boots. I can't examine them more thoroughly yet. Perhaps I missed picking something up. The letters are too small. You know, I might get a magnifying glass or something. It says this. Whoa. Oh, when you don't have the candle, you can speed through. Do you see that? I'm having ghost speed. Whee! I love that. Okay, she's not feeling too good. I don't think chocolates are going to be the answer, but I'm going to try them real quick. No, not the chocolates. Whee! That's the mason. No. That was the doctor, the good doctor. The crow. Is there something I can scare the crow away with? Chocolates? Chocolates for the crow? No. What did the piper want? I think he just wanted to play. We don't have the jewels yet. Swamp. I'm missing something. Do you think the chocolates could bring out the pet? Like the animal? Perhaps. Some big animal. No. No, nothing. Okay, back to my family property. There's something I've missed. Maybe I do have what I need to break into the bricks. Because I don't have... Did I need to pick back up? Let me see. Let me just try the chocolates on his grave. This is Dr. Oldbeards. Oh, let's go back in our grave real quick. Maybe I missed something. Flowers. The situation must look strange. No. My mother. I didn't see any other secrets in here. The painter who went missing. Whee! I like that you kind of have a zoom thing, because I was just thinking how it would be nice. It'd definitely be nice if you were able to skip to the different locations, like having a map or something, but I guess the ghost teleportations. It's down right now. Not quite working. Chocolates for the cat? That's to the park. That's the bird. So many crows in the garden. Can't pass through the door. I've missed it. Barrels. I know it's right here. Maybe there's treasure hidden here. What can we use to break into it, though? The color changes here. Last time I had to use... Look for anything that's changing. So one thing I like about point and clicks, sometimes the cursor will change for something you're able to interact with. Surely there's something. Too weak to break the spell. Chocolate? I haven't found the fabric. Okay, the only thing that I can think of is picking back up the shovel. But I think we already tried that, no? Is there something for the kid to play with? None of these barrels... No?
Think, damn it, think. What would I do? The crows.
Maybe a box of chocolate for the door. Alright. Alright. The crow doesn't want anything. Back to the park. I had to have missed something. There's a piece of evidence missing. I know that it's not this fabric to my mom's boots. That would just be strange. You kid. Hollow, but it's empty on the inside. Is there something I can put in it? You want something to play with. The pocket watch. Nope, not interesting. The jewels. I tried that. Not interesting. The fabric. Not interesting. And you sure you don't want chocolate? Lollipops, candy. Dark day. Maybe the chocolates are for the cat, but I already tried that. What was that noise? Did you hear that? What was that? Fabric. Blue fabric. Pocket watch on the cat. Family jewels. Treasure box. Huh. To the cemetery. Something, we need just something to break into the bricks, no? Like that's all we have to do. This is where we were before, but it's gone. Like my shovel is not here anymore. Did he not want to give us a tool? The chocolates wouldn't help her. He feels better, but that doesn't mean help the loser. Would you like to listen to music? Oh, I would swear that I'd become a famous musician. When my talent is appreciated, I will return to my homeland. I don't want to give her my family jewels, but I don't want to be cursed, so can I go down? I can't go back in. The bird sits here all the time. Right. Does the bird want chocolate? It won't work. Does the bird want a pocket watch? It won't work. What does this bird want? I went back to mine. The good doctor, what did he need? Broken golden watch. Files. Artist Oscar, by the way. Oscar is a young famous artist from London. Lord Darkday invited him to paint our portraits. A real dandy. Suddenly disappeared without finishing the portrait of Aunt. Have we seen fabric anywhere? I think it would be inside. Has bad lungs. That's kind of it. Nobody comes out here. He likes sweets. That's what it is. He likes sweets, right? I'm so silly. I forgot about that.
What do you want, miss?
There's something hidden in the wall of a cellar. I need your help. Help me take apart the wall.
Okay, I'm coming.
Well, thank you. That was way easier than I thought. See, I was thinking of items to help me. I wasn't thinking of a mason to be able to take that apart. That's even better. Lovely. He likes sweets. I always need to review the other facts.
Let's see what's hidden here. There can be anything in such an old wall. Oh my gosh, there's a dead body in the wall.
Hello, my dear David.
Mary?
Is that you?
I thought you ran away with the footman.
I have always loved only you. The footman chased me and killed me when I refused to date him.
There are so many bad things happening. People are killing everyone left, right, and center. Oh, the drama. This is like Downton Abbey after dark or something. From now on, we will always be together, my dear Mary.
Miss Jane, I owe you my release. What can I do for you?
I did not see that coming.
Butler George is very superstitious, and he put salt on the doorsteps at the door. I can't get through the barrier.
Can you help me get rid of the salt? She has a feather duster. Yes.
I'm the maid of this house, and no spells can stop me from performing my duties. I have to make sure that it's clean here.
This is awesome.
We just had another, and look, it pops up when you have a new person added to the list.
Oh my goodness, we're helping so many people.
He thought all this time he laid in torment, thinking that she ran away and didn't love him. Now I can go inside. And now we helped the mason and the maid. Her poor little bones. He had no idea anything could be laid there. That's so messed up too. Like the whole idea that the footman buried her within the stones, especially given the nature of her husband's job, just because she wouldn't date him when she was already married? Disgusting. Yeah. Find out what's hidden behind. I myself cannot make out the wall. But I didn't see, I thought that meant that they were getting added here, but they didn't. I can't believe the footman did that. I think now we can't trust anyone who works for us. There must be a curse upon the whole house and many of the people that are under our pay. On the books. There's so much to explore here. I need this. A magnifying glass. Yes. What's behind here? Oh, a crowbar, a necessary thing in every kitchen, whether you fix the tap or beat the dough. The kitchen is the perfect place for any crowbar.
See, like, that's such an odd, massive amount of text for that one thing, unless they're trying to hint that there's something. I mean, obviously you're gonna use the crowbar for something.
That is such a fancy... Oh, it looks like hot water too. That's so fancy. Look at the... That's where I came from, right? The light? This all looks like hand done. Milk. The bricklayer loves candy, and probably some of the ghosts also love milk. A ghost cat. A ghost cat would love milk. Matches. That'll be easy for something. Some powder for making hot chocolate. The aunt and governess always drink hot chocolate before bed. That'll come in handy too. The sounds are so curious. I'm gonna need to find something to heat up. Here, an empty saucepan. Let's go ahead and put the saucepan here. Oh, I need to get water in it. We'll go ahead and make the hot chocolate. That will then become lukewarm chocolate. Now the saucepan with water must be placed onto the stove, but this will prepare us for anything down the line. There's no reason to boil the water. Cheeky. We have to wait until it's our time. I like the scalloped plates. What's this? There's nothing buried in there. More saucepans, teacups. Chip, is that you? Look at the little yellow flowers on this tea set. You can see they really like their tea. My favorite thing is being able to open and close stuff, from the coffins to Exotic spices and expensive oils are kept in there. The box is locked and you'll need a key. Yeah, like if you want to keep it neat and tidy, which is exactly how I like to play my games, nice and neat and tidy. Mm-hmm. Oh, snap. What? Ghost nights? Got bells for the servants. Something tells me they're gonna block my way. Is this the main entrance? The greenhouse. Wow, that plant has grown. That's fabulous. Wasp cyanide bottle. It had been full until recently. Anyone could have taken the poison from here. The stars in the back. This is gorgeous. A boot with moss, butler's boots. Some kind of grass has stuck to them. We need to take a closer look. He had an animal out there. I think he was going to the swamp. Look at the grapevines too. Oh my goodness. This is extraordinary. We need to take a closer look. He was at that swamp. The butler's up to something. Oh, and I like how it adds. It adds the information to the file that you already have. The butler could have stolen the jewels. The butler went to the swamp moss stuck to his boot. But why? What animal was he trying to do there? The butler's boots. Also, that's not a really cheeky place to hide it. He must have thought he would never get caught. A garden trowel. Some kerosene. Okay, we've got the makings of a lot of stuff. And an insect landing net. Oh, what is this called? These, I know what these are. They're not elephant ears. They're just massive. It's definitely not, I'm so bad with plants. But I've seen them. I see them all over the place. I feel like it's gonna come to me. It's not philodendron. No, that's like a smaller, that's a palm. It's, maybe it's a type of palm. I see those all over the place. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. I've never seen them grow. Well, they can get pretty big. I want to know now. It's going to be stuck in my head. All right, we just got some great pieces of evidence. I don't know if there's anything necessarily to take back to the ghost yet. Excuse me. The revived armor prevents you from passing by. We need to stop them somehow. That feels like something later. You know what we can do though? I think we can go look at that cat. Let's go all the way back. Let's exit. We need to open the front door too. That'll be the fastest way for us to get out of here. I love this. This is such a fun and totally unique than a lot of other point and clicks that I've ever played, from the art style to just the setting. And I do feel like the problems are much more simplistic than I'm used to. Anything that the kid could play with. Maybe an insect catching, wait. No. Let me see if there's anything. Oh, wait. Go back to the cat. Yeah, the choices to be able to like combine and what you need to do, it's more of a instinctual, like I'm not having to think like crazy hidden object games. It feels pretty intuitive. A monument to Pulchira, the great-grandmother's cat. There's something written on the monument, but it's impossible to read. The letters are too small. Use the magnifying glass. Yeah, get it, girl. How come I can't? But the letters are too small. A monument to Pulchira, the great-grandmother's cat. Well, if it's too small for the magnifying glass, then I don't know what I'm supposed to use at that point. But let's try leaving milk for him. Hello, my name is Pulchira. Your great-grandmother told me about you, and you told me to hand over the key. Have you found something interesting? Please show me if you don't know what to do with it. Wait, what? Key? You've examined everything in here. You need to look elsewhere. Pulchira's gonna help us, like a little bell around her ear or her neck. Her ear. Let's go to the park. She must follow with us and she'll tell us if we have more to do here. She's our little aide. You're such a good kitty. You look like you used to be an orange cat. You're giving orange cat energy. Use a magnifying glass to view the subject. That's right. I was going to do that. I don't want to click on her until I absolutely have to. There is some swamp moss on the boots. My mother's boots? We definitely saw my mother died, right? Mom's old boots, they should be examined more accurately. My mom was also in the swamp. So that pops up, which tells us, you can make the cat spawn and despawn. Okay, well, we're always gonna have him with us. My mom's old boots. They were worn to the swamp. Mom had access to the family jewelry. Right, Mom had access and the butler had access. The governess could have stolen the jewels too. Okay, so we're actively adding information to that. Version number 5. Okay, let me see if I can take anything to the kid. Oi. What would you like? Do you want matches? You want to play with matches? She gave us this key, by the way. What was the key to? That doesn't interest me. He needs something more to play with. I'm sorry, what did you say, kitty cat, was the key? Where did I need to use it? We need to offer the boy something interesting. Right. A key. I remember there was something. There was something to use with the key. I started to tell her. I'm gonna go this way. She started to tell me, but that text went too fast. There's a lot of text options that pop up and you can click and keep seeing it, but hey. I was thinking we could try using this to catch the crow. Naughty crow. It won't work. Spade to dig something up. Milk, fire, crowbar, magnifying glass. The key to the kitchen drawer. That's what it is. Okay, that's probably what we need. The Piper's music is getting on my nerves. Maybe you can offer him money to stop playing it. That's what we need to do. I like the hints. Having this little kitty cat to help us in case he gets stuck is great. Let's go ahead and find out if we can enter. Now that she cleaned that, we can now go through the front. And we're on the other side of the knights. So we can't go up or into that room until we clear them, but we do have access to more things now, including nothing that's in there. Right. What was that? I can't pass through the mirror. Pokera, do you know the writing on here? The ancient inscription says that you cannot enter the mirror from this side. First, you need to go out through it. Find another entrance. Hittity? Is it hittity? Okay. Creepy. Well, let's go to the drawer because we got the key for that. That should give us, I think there's always like one, it's always a set of a certain order. Like you might be able to do 1 or 2 things, but for the most part, you have to keep heading in the same. It's like a linear direction of puzzle solving. All right, so now we're gonna take this key. Olive oil. What? Olive oil? For what reason? Oh, maybe we can make it slippery and then the olive oil. I guess the knights could slip? We will come back here. For now, you can inspect the house. Oh. The servants are called by bells. I don't need to call anyone right now. This was the greenhouse, but I found almost everything in here. Let's try using olive oil on these guys. Oh! That was easier than I expected. Did I get to keep the olive oil? No, the olive oil's gone. It was a use once. Hovering over and seeing that that's open. I hear a clock ticking. And you, our ancestor, is an admiral. They say he was the king's advisor. Let me pull out my lamp. Yeah, we'll move slower, but there could be something. A very noble person and distant relative on the paternal side. The portrait of mom and father. The clock. The grandfather clock. It seems like something is missing here. Not this. No. Something's missing. There's so many doors. Bells up there. Oh my goodness, there are so many doors. And the knights that were fighting down here, oh, they block the whole hallway. They were going back and forth. Let's try this door first. Oh, there you are. A statue of a shepherd. Oh, I love the green room. The decor. This is so up my alley. Where has this game been my whole life? I need to see. I think they've done one other game besides this one. I don't know if it's similar. Pulcheria. Look, here's your portrait. You look very good in it. I liked to pose. Your great-grandmother treated me with various delicacies so that I wouldn't run away. Oh, find out who owns the button. You need to find a suit with a missing button and attach the button to the suit. And another doll. Multiple figurines. Maybe to the clock tower. You know how like a cuckoo clock, things come out and sometimes it's like dancing creatures. The bird died too. The canary is dead. Cookie crumbs are lying near. I'll take some crumbs with me. I need to check them for poison. The poison from the garden. The canary sang its last song. Is there a ghost of the canary? Pianola. Pianola. A music roll is inserted here, but I don't have any music rolls. Okay, nothing was shown with this, so I can take that off. Warmth is emanating from the fireplace. Who did this? I can't be the butler. Like, the butler would be way too obvious. I feel like it needs to, the knights are now standing up there. I feel like it needs to be someone who hated us, someone who... I found a pearl. Look at all the doilies. Like somebody who, yes, could have done it for money, but also like had to have hated us to kill also the daughter too. I feel like a governess or anyone who raised her and watched her grow up, they wouldn't be able to do that. It's not the painter. Was it Auntie? Did she want all of the money and wealth for herself? A knife. We're starting to get quite the assortment of items. Aunt loved apples. She never drank tea or coffee. Look how fancy that crystal is. Yeah, it's definitely a mix and mashup of different digital art styles. We haven't examined anything here yet. A broken cup with brown liquid residue. Smells like coffee. It needs to be checked for poison. Napkins and candles, everything should be checked for poison. Nothing in the drawers? We're playing a Bethesda game. I really like sweets, but I don't feel like eating right now. Those would have been great for the guy. Nothing here. Little teacups. Sugar. Can make some proper hot cocoa. Rat! Rat! I'm already a ghost, but I'm still afraid of rats. Rats are afraid of even the ghostly cats, but I cannot eat them. The rats can see the ghostly cats. I found another pearl. A string of pearls, no? 3 pearls. 3 pearls. Find out who owns the button. Check the cup of shards for presence of poison. Let's go into this. And then let's use a magnifying glass for this. No. How can I check if something's been poisoned? Broken cup. Crumbs of cookies. I'd have to mix them with something, right? Like make a concoction of some sort? Auntie loves apples, but never drank tea or coffee. So she would have had to have been poisoned in a completely different way if she was. Is it just my imagination or are they moving? No, I think they're staying there. But I don't like how the feather's moving on them. All right, kitty cat. Wow, you have a lot of portraits. And secrets. Great grandmother's bracelet. I hope you have found Pulcheria. If you show her an item, she will tell you how to use it. I also wanted to ask you to find and collect my bracelet. I once accidentally broke it, and the pearls rolled and got lost. Here's another one of these. We found the other entrance. The secret room. Oh, this is creepy. This is how we fast travel. Cool. This is awesome. This is exactly what I was thinking they needed in this game, was a way to go between all these different places. Ghost fast travel. There was something heavy here. There was a round print on the table. Guys, this is such a gem. A globe with the world map. Looks like we can enter it at some point. Something heavy there too, something round on the table. Perhaps a way for us to be able to enter a different timeline or plane or something. When the wise men look at the world, many secrets will be revealed. That also shows like an actual entrance and exit. Or emanating. I like to sleep on the chair. Are you sure you want to investigate and not read a book by the fireplace? You don't need this book. Okay, that's... A bust of Cicero, there we go. And a bust of Socrates. All right, I can work with that. I think I understand what we need to do to get that. Anything else in here? The library's gorgeous. Come on, P. It says, when the wise men look at the world, many secrets will be revealed. That's pretty much it. I don't know if there's a specific order, but we could try Socrates. Well, actually, they just, yeah. The depression doesn't match. But they're not going to be looking at the world. They'd have to be rotated. There was something heavy here. That doesn't make sense. They have to swap. Any secrets? Oh. Silly. I didn't know that I could flip them. Look at that round nose. Little button nose. More pearls and the bell. We still need to find something for the kid to play with. So a secret passageway. How clever. The game, it's just the house, it keeps expanding. Let me take this out just in case there's any secrets. That would have shown a secret passageway. Oh, I love this. Kitty, let's go. The laboratory. Pick up anything we can. The Leyden jar shall be charged first. A Leyden jar. And a phonograph. It is used to listen and record audio clips. So much to do here. Who are you? There's a person? Perhaps I'll need that. Okay, I can examine for poison. For poison, the shards. The subject cannot be examined under the microscope. Okay, we'll have to do other things here. Find different ways to know what's been going on. The laboratory will aid us completely. The laboratory. Something is missing. You need a coin to make the automaton work. It's an automaton? So we're gonna need to find coins before he can help us figure this stuff out. We'll have to come back here when we get some more items. Oh! This is such a good mystery! I love these kind of settings. We need to go back into here, and then let's go ahead and take that secret passage this way to look at all of the stuff happening here. All of these creepy, crawly... What a strange sword. The sword belonged to one of your ancestors. So I can head back to the grave if I wanted to. I didn't see where we could fast travel with the grave, though. Must be the one that you ring a bell on. I put on a ruby necklace for the holiday and lost it. For this, the cruel stepmother killed me. Since then, I've been looking for a necklace, but I cannot find it in any way. I need to return the necklace. I'll try to find it. Now we're helping ghosts that are in portraits? A pocket mirror. Now I can move to this room from wherever. What? Fast travel on demand? I've never been over here or here. What's this? The garden. Look at all of the roses. I love the art so much. Where has this game been? Wait, I need to see when this came out. Hold on. This has been out since June 17th, 2021. It's got 129 positive reviews. Wow, such a hidden gem. We haven't examined anything here yet. Lily pads. Oh, I can go across the water. A locket. I can't get it, although I'm a ghost, yet have I learned to walk on water. I guess because except the cat has. I guess I'm walking on the lily pads. But there we go. I found a golden locket in the pond. There is a lock of some hair inside. There's no portrait or photograph. I wonder whose hair it is and whose locket. Do you know? A locket in my pocket. The moon's shining so bright on this day. Man, the atmosphere. All the detail in the different color roses and variety. You can see all these different things moving. The life. Oh, I could have gone out here and I never did. But I now have my pocket mirror, which automatically transports me back here. Now, I'm wondering, okay, it's only when you go past it, does it kind of have this static? We've got a cool terrarium. Animals here. This must have been one of the rooms that I didn't end up going in from the main hallway. That's back to there. Where? Oh, this is the second floor. The details from the different wallpapers to the board lining. Look at this one too. I found 3 pearls, a real sea treasure. I was like, can we please put that back? I don't want that sitting there. Can I take anything from this one? No. There's different types of birds in all of these vases. I wonder if that's important for solving a puzzle later. My favorite horror novels. Look at the dresses. Oh, be still my beating heart. The dresses. Wait a minute. That fabric. No, wait, no. Blue fabric, that's not my dress. No. For some reason, I thought it was more purple. This is my room. It's dark outside. Cute room. The gothic novel is my favorite genre. And the little cat porcelain doll. Must be a portrait of my mom and my dad. The box is locked. You need a key. Clearly love these type of flowers. It's dark outside. It's so moody. My key. And letters. Weekly sensational magazines. Mom forbade me to read them. She believed that a respectable girl should not be reading horror for a penny. Penny dreadfuls. She has quite the good taste. I found a pearl. Whoa. Oh. Okay, I have direct access to that. But hold on. Is there any secrets in my room? Warmth is emanating from the fire. Another doily. What's this? Science fiction novel Frankenstein or modern Prometheus. I've always wanted to write a horror novel like Edgar Poe or Mary Shelley. This is so me. Because so this last Halloween, I didn't end up reading it with the community, but our book club in my community of the Discord read Frankenstein. I didn't get to it. But then the Frankenstein movie came out by Guillermo del Toro. And while I know it's not like it's not the picture perfect representation of the book and everything like that, it is my favorite rendition of any kind of Frankenstein media of any sort, and I just love it. I do have the book. I got the book for Christmas. I ended up getting it, and I do want to read it. But yeah, I have seen that movie, I think now at this point 5 times. That's how much there's just lines and themes. I think it's more to do with the themes in his rendition of Frankenstein that I just can't get over. Like, I've deep dived it. I've written down things in my journal about it. I just keep going back. And Edgar Allan Poe, Annabelle Lee, The Telltale Heart. One of my favorite escape rooms to this day was an escape room that was all centered around Edgar Allan Poe. And the one puzzle that my family and I couldn't solve is it was Morse code of there was a beating heart. And like when you walked in, you could tell that something was beating, but unless you know Morse code. So we did end up finding the cipher, like to be able to decode it. But for some reason, my whole family and I, we were like, we should have known, especially my dad being Eagle Scout, like we should have gotten that, but alas, the one that I've missed. See this? My diary. Recent entries in the diary. The 1st of May, Oscar, our artist, is very handsome. I think I fell in love with him, but he pays no attention to me. May 10th, I noticed that the old governess looked at the artist in a very strange way. June 2nd, Dad has been walking around very sad lately. I'm worried about him. I hope he didn't get sick. Mom, on the other hand, is very cheerful. The 5th of June, today the butler walked to the side of the cemetery with some kind of parcel from the newspaper. I wonder what he wants there. The creature, the animal, whatever was being held there. The butler knew of it. The governess looks at Oscar strangely. Oscar is giving some Robert Burns energy. Perhaps the latest events have something to do with Oscar. Do you think that Oscar could have done this? Maybe he went missing and then sought revenge on the family, but I don't know. This definitely feels like, this game feels like a love letter to the Victorian kind of gothic style, but then mixed with the classic enjoyable point and clicks. This is so well done. Good fight. We're going back here. I need to review everything that I have. Let me go back here. Oh wait, there's a million doors that I haven't been into yet. Let me keep going. That's the 3rd door. Let's go to upstairs. Yeah, so going upstairs here, this room. I hear the conversation between the aunt and the governess. They are awake. I cannot search their room. So my aunt and the governess are still alive. Is it not as simple as whoever's still left alive is the one who did it? My aunt was quite suspicious. The governess looked at Oscar strangely. What if I was interested in Oscar? My parents didn't approve because of his status. So they hired the butler to get rid of Oscar, to eliminate him, kill him. The governess found out because secretly Oscar is the governess's nephew or son, who came and she was trying to get, the governess, well, oftentimes I think governesses don't have families, but in this case, what if she did? What if she had a nephew, relative of some sort, or even a son herself, and she wanted him to marry into the wealth of the family to change their circumstances and their good fortune through marrying me, because the governess knew that I had a crush on him. But my family thwarted that plan before, but then the governess was annoyed that we caused Oscar's disappearance and then in turn killed our whole family, but couldn't kill the aunt because the aunt doesn't drink coffee or anything. An empty sleeping pill bottle. Sleeping pills are usually prescribed by a doctor. I know that got a little crazy. The passage is not opening. It looks like the mirror is not opening in here or working. That's my front runner for the theory on what's going on here. The bathtub is a devilish invention. There are no baths before. There were no baths before. Water damages wool. Dried soap for soap bubbles. I've seen soap bubbles before in the, well, not soap bubbles, but we've seen the bubbling up of something. Mom's energy powders do not exceed dosage. This must be examined. There's so many things I need to examine. Mother, I think we've done everything in here. The butler must not see me. Otherwise, he will be scared. The butler's still alive. So now we also have people that are coming in and out of the place. Cool. The timer's still the same. We went in there. Oh no. Go. The butler's coming. I like the timer. adding that little bit to it, really, it seems like something's missing here. I see it. I know what's missing. Guys, look. A statue of a shepherd and a statue of a maiden. Yep. They come together. And it opened this up. I found a music roll in the clock. The music roll. What does it look like? Music roll. Energy powders. Music roll. For the piano. Where was the piano? Where was the piano? Is it in here? That's a lucky guess if it is. No, this was just the library. Oh! Oh, no, no. I scared myself. The piano. Great-grandfather. He loved to eat delicious food. I don't think I've been into this one, because I think this is where... Yeah, I haven't. What's this? Our home museum. Dad's pride. He was a collector. Loved Egyptian artifacts. Anubis mask. If I put it on, I'll look pretty scary. The lid is not opening. What if the Anubis mask is to scare the ravens? That's the only thing I can think that I'm trying to scare off. The lid is not opening. A lever is required. Is it Sekhmet is a goddess with a head of a lioness. It is a pity there is no goddess with a cat's head here. Sekhmet, maybe. The lid is not opening. Another thing. Are all of these gonna open at the same time if I find the lid? The statue of Anubis. A canopy. There's nothing inside though. Perhaps I need to put something in it. Another lid required. Hey, cat! The Egyptians respected cats. Look, this cat is almost as beautiful as I am. You're cheeky. I like it. You give big cat energy. A beetle-shaped depression. That should be easy to find. This is a cool location. I mean, there's so many different reasons why someone could want to kill us. I mean, look what we're housing down here. We have a museum. We've got jewels. We are clearly doing well. Or our family has for a long, long time. You know what? Maybe we could scare them by using... No. Wait a minute. There's nothing in that portrait. A portrait of my aunt should hang here, but the artist did not finish painting it and disappeared. Unfortunately. You poor unfortunate soul. This is where the piano was. Where was my piano roll? There. Something unlocked. There was a gilded key in a secret drawer. No way! What does it do? Gold-plated key. A heart. A gold-plated key. I don't think I've seen a heart-shaped gold-plated key. We have a bowl of dried soap. You know what? We could try to make the hot chocolate, right? Still haven't found the fabric. We need to go into that one room. Crowbar, matches. Pearls. A pearl. I'm probably missing a couple more. Knife. I mean, there's so many different things, but I haven't found any coins. Anything for the ghosts? Find out who owns the button. Check the crumbs for the presents. That's a lot of checking. Check the sugar. I need all the pearls. The necklace I haven't seen, but we did find the locket. Examine the hair. This is a female locket. There must be some lock of hair of a loved one. Could it be my father's hair and the locket belonged to my mother? We need to find out. Compare the hair in the locket with my father's hair. So what we need to do is go back to the grave. We'll compare it. Yeah. So we need to go back into our family little mausoleum. Father was here. Father. Do you have the same hair? It's not possible to compare hair here. A sample should be taken. I don't think I can just take a sample. It won't work. I need tweezers. I have to find tweezers unless... A fish knife? You need scissors to cut the hair neatly. Okay. So we're not done yet. Scissors to cut the hair. Anything else that could be here of what people need in... This is a rusty button. I haven't seen someone... The good doctor. Energy powders? Maybe he wants energy powders. Like maybe he needs... Maybe... What if it was all my cousin? Like we thought that she died from measles, but it was a lie. A cover-up. Did the doctor really need anything? I'm so glad you helped the Mason find his loved one. If you could do something else for Mrs. Jones, I'd be happy. I don't have time to make sleeping pills for everyone. Sleeping pills. Is this sleeping powder? No, crumbles of a cookie. No, I can't give him that. Okay, I'm gonna try to scare this guy. Ready? Where's the mask? I don't have it. Shoo, shoo, fly away. Okay, he's not scared. Also, look at this. What is happening? I can't go in here. Shoo, shoo. That's not working. It's not scaring him. But maybe if I put this on, I could scare. Wait, who was there? That was Mrs. Jones for the cough. Maybe the cough, maybe I can scare away a cough. Is it like a hiccup? What did she need? The cough drives me crazy. No. I need something... A bowl of dried soup. Sugar. I'm gonna need to make something. I'm wearing this the whole time now. This is our style. What about this bird? No. Is there anything for a kid? Anything we found so far? Something he could play with, not the mask. No. All right, let's go. Oh my gosh, this is so great. I'm gonna go through this side, make sure that there's nothing here. Let me see what my cat's up to. You've examined everything here. You need to look elsewhere. You must bring it here. All right, kitty cat. It's time to start cooking. Okay. I need to do this. Hold on. Okay. Do we start by lighting a match here? This won't work. We just need to grab this. It's time to start cooking. You need to add powder for making hot chocolate. Something's missing. Milk. Sugar? Whoa. The sugar contained strychnine? When the police found my aunt and governess dead, the butler George was arrested and I remained a ghost forever. Wait, what? Wait, I died. I never solved it. You can actually lose? What in the clock tower is this? What? So you can't add sugar. Whoa, because I was trying to examine the sugar. That's, wow. I wasn't expecting it to have different outcomes like that. I'm also really glad. I was so worried that we'd get sent back to our save point. That is even better. That's awesome. Something's missing for our... Dried soap, no. Cookies, no. Poison. Hot chocolate, milk. But I already got the milk from... Do I need to fire it up? Do I need to... No, that doesn't work. Something's missing. You need to get cooking. You will have to wait until Aunt and Governess have fallen asleep. Let me remove this. Kitty cat? I'll have to wait until they fall asleep. Is there not any more milk? Hot chocolate. Do I need cups? Maybe I need to get out cups for them. So not the sugar. Not that. If it says, are you sure? Don't do it.
Don't do it.
You'll have to wait till they fall asleep. Something is missing. I have to deliver them somewhere. That was the olive oil. Powder. We put the little nibs in there. I already filled it up with water, right? Yeah, something's missing. Not the sugar. Probably not kerosene. Not crumbs. Energy powder. This won't work. It's just gonna keep them up. We need something that would be sleepy. Let me look at our book real quick because I think it spoke about that. A letter from grandmother, Tass. Find out, compare the hair. That might be something different. Search aunt's room. Check the medicines for signs of poison. You've examined everything here. Look somewhere else. We need to inspect everything. What if I put this on? Does something happen? The lid is not open. Maybe I needed to have this. This is where I'm like, there's nothing inside here. What would have gone in there? The Egyptians respected cat. No. A necklace for her. Strange sword. Let's go back to my room real quick. Kitty cat. You've examined everything in here. You need to look somewhere else. Okay, kitty. Same thing. Examined everything. And the butler's coming. We don't have a lot of time with that. You've examined everything here. We're gonna do a process of elimination. Conversation, they're still awake. This door. Maybe I never went into this door. I never went here. New room. Okay, what do we have going on? When the title of his brother passed to his father, who died after falling from a horse, the father became very proud of his title. After that, he fell in love with hunting, and these poor beasts appeared in the office. Any pearls? No. Every time I look at this poor dead bird, tears well up in my eyes. It's so beautiful and sad. There's some dirt on the cane. It needs to be examined more. Dirt. Some dirt on my father's cane? I'll scrape a little bit off and take it with me. Shall it be checked for the presence of blood? Okay, I got some of the dirt with me. Yeah, new facts, new information. Father? Father, dearest? The butler. So many things. This wolf. Daddy could have shot a pistol. Perhaps those were the crows. Wait, vintage pistols from the war with Napoleon. Father usually shot at crows. Wait, father usually shot at crows with these. Someone has shot it recently. It smells like gunpowder. But we would have seen a bullet wound in us, right? Look at the beetles and the bugs. Look at this bird propped up like that. The taxidermy could have done him better. Beetles, very bright, but if you take a more closer look, they're quite scary. A dung beetle. Okay, we got to take one beetle. Butterflies. Some relative bought them as a gift. Wait, what was behind it? Did you see that? Wait, but then it disappears. Or it did for a second. My father was collecting these butterflies while he was traveling around the South Continent. Any that we can pick? Okay, we're gonna need to go by. My father was gonna, shapes of some sort. A love note. A persistent perfume aroma is coming from the paper. It looks like a note from a woman. The note says, "Darling, let's meet at the swamps." Did father really have a mistress? Or, "Darling, let's meet at the swamps." The only person that we know has been at the swamps is possibly my mom and the butler. So was it not, like, is it set to look like my dad was cheating on my mom, but it was really my mom? Books. Mostly ancient philosophers and scientific treatises on chemistry and physics. I think it's trying to set my father up to look like that. But the only two people that have last been there, look. Mother, dearest, they were worn to the swamp. Butler George.
Really, though?
Or Oscar. Oscar, possibly. Was it Oscar and my mom? No. We haven't examined everything here yet. No, we haven't. The bear? Nothing in here. What? The bear's eyes are very strange in color. They should be examined more thoroughly. Gems of smoke. Maybe the ruby necklace. Maybe the ruby was hidden. 2 black opals, the same shape and weight, fabulously priced due to their uniqueness. Probably father hid them here, replacing the bear's eyes, a very unusual place for hiding. 2 black opals. Even more of a mystery. So we've got a couple different symbols happening. We've got an eye, a hand, a paw, moon, a star. I mean, so many things. Shooting star. That'll probably unveil itself later. People usually use the names of those they love as codes. What? You want me to use... If this was my father's study... Mother... Her maiden name was Clifford. She loved entertainment and beautiful outfits. Perhaps my father hid the opals from my mother. Jane. That might be helpful, but I don't... None of the stuff transfers to names. Not yet, at least. Okay, let's get out of here. That doesn't take me one step closer. Just more information I have to work through. There's a ton of stuff over here. What is this room? My mother's room. My mother's room. One of the dresses. There are many clothes in my mother's closet that the moths can live in for centuries. The purple, look. Possibly? There are no clothes of that color in this closet. Boots, no. Hat boxes. Nope. Go back. Back, I tell you. I think I can fast travel here, but I can't go back to my mother's room. Shoot. I'll have to go this way. Not this door, but the next door. This should be my mother's. Yeah, I missed it completely. A pearl. Piggy bank. We need to smash it. Crowbar. Piggy bank. Smash it. I need the coins that are in that. Break it. Break it. No. Maybe something else? Nobody starts the mantle clock. There is mourning in the house. It's a mourning procedure. I like how her room is like mine, but more moody, more purples than pink. The paper on which my mother wrote letters. Does it match up with this? A love note with this? We haven't examined everything. Turns out that my mother read romance novels, although she said that she considered such books stupid. Ooh, Mom. And I have a quill now. Mom had secrets. Mom loved making flower arrangements. Mother dearest. Cross. You can't make an omelet without breaking eggs. It's trying to tell us to break the piggy bank, but I don't know what with. I need to break the piggy bank. I thought it would be the crowbar. There. Yeah, no, it works. A golden coin. Now there was somewhere that needed the golden coin. The automaton, or the animatron. Yes. Okay, this is perfect. We need to go back to the laboratory. To the laboratory. Where was that, though? Well, shoot. I'm going back here. There must be a fast pass to it. I have fast pass as if I'm like flying through. Oh, maybe up here? Was there a third floor too? It's too dark in the attic. There's nothing to see. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure about that. There's no kerosene in the lamp. I have kerosene. I need something to light it up. Matches. There we go. Okay, that was really creepy. Something just fell in my room when that happened. The ghosts are back. I swear that there's ghosts in my room. Not really, but there's definitely signs. Wait, Auntie's portrait unfinished by the artist. He was starting to paint it. Auntie's portrait. Still looks great for being unfinished. Who are you? Hello, just by looking at your outfit, I can say you've been here for a long time. I have been puzzling over the riddle left to me by my father. He said that some mind that lives without body and soul can help to find the way to treasure. I still haven't figured out the meaning of his words. Maybe you will be able to unravel the secret of my father. Okay, I'll give it a try. We'll see what we can do. That should have been added to the help the ghost in the attic. It is necessary to solve the mystery of the father's ghost. Some mind that lives without body and soul can help to find way to the treasure. Some body. Kind of looks like he could have been the footman. No? Maybe not. Anything back? Oh! The chest is locked. What about this? No, it won't work. A different lock. A broken cupboard. Nothing in it. Why do I feel like my auntie might have been the one to do this, guys? But the artist was in love with my aunt. That could be it. The aunt and the governess. Okay, so maybe oh my gosh, I gotta go. The aunt was the lover to Oscar, was the real lover of Oscar. The governess is related to Oscar. They were in it together. The governess and the auntie, when they found out that they got rid of Oscar, decided to kill the whole family. Same, just a building onto my original plot. Yeah, I think so. There's something else. I know that there's a way to get it there. It's one of the secrets. Is it this one? No, that's a clock. I'm here now. It's not this room. This room? It's not this room, but this room has a lot going on here. Can I open that? I think I already got everything that was in here. Let me talk to the kitty cat. We've examined everything in here, yeah. Okay, so we should have most of the ingredients we need to crack the code. Here we go. Chip, chip, cheerio. We need to create the secret pass again. Through here. And back to the laboratory. There's always one. All right, good sir. Do you mind helping me for this coin? I think we need a second one too. Something's missing. You need to make the key. No, I have the key too. There we go. A coin and a key. Something's missing. No, but I have everything. The coin. The quill. There. Oh. Oh. He's writing something. Creepy. The automaton clearly wrote something, but the sheet of paper seems to be clean. Did I need ink? Did I need a different? This won't work. My mom's piece of paper. Oh, this is the piece of paper that we got from him. No, that's the paper from my mother's. A note written by him. Oh. What about... Do you think here? No, because there's something you can do with that. It needs to be under some kind of lighting. Do I need to be holding this? No. Real quick, let's place the locket down here and see if we can see the hair. Hair follicles. Wait, that's so cool. Some hair found in the locket. The owner of the hair is brunette. I like that they actually allow you to shift this. Okay, so the locket's hair is brunette. No, the paper from my mother's. The paper structure is visible. Is that the same paper as this note? Okay, exit. Oh! Hydrogen peroxide. I'm making something. Test subject shall be added from the inventory into the flask. Okay, let's test the crumbs. That won't work, okay? Test the... bullet dried soap? No. Test the sugar. This won't work. Must be for something different. See the love note. The paper from my mother's room matches the note paper. The love note is from my mom. Oh. Mother was having an affair with possibly Oscar, who met out there, and the butler killed them. Where's the paper from the automaton? This one. Clearly wrote something, but it's clean. Got a Bunsen burner. Oh. Okay, the test substance from the inventory shall be added to the test tubes. So use the solvent, poison detector 6. Huh. Arsenic? Well, what am I supposed to do? Do I put like breadcrumbs in the first? Okay. Wait, this is so cute. Right. Now. Nothing happened. There's some cyanide found in the crumbs of the cookie. Right there, cyanide. Okay. Shall I clean the test tubes? Yes. Next test subject, the dirt. No. Okay, the cookies are done. Can I move stuff over? I want to reorganize this. The shards. I don't think I'd be able to do shards in here, right? No, I can. Okay, little shards. Just use your imagination. It plops in there. Do I have to click which one I'm testing for? No, they just instantly transfer. Give it a little bit of time. Liquid solvent. Added. What is it? Strychnine? Strychnine? Okay, so there's a lot of different, because these are all different types. That should have been the sugar too that I consumed. That was what was inside of it. That should pop up with the same magenta. Third test. Same thing. Yep, strike. Okay, anything else that we have to test? The sugar's right there, but they're letting us keep it. Maybe energy powders is what I'm supposed to test next. I'm picturing arsenic. No, same thing. Medicine contains it. 3 powders are enough to poison a person. 3 different powders. So if I combined all of those together, then I would have what poisoned her. What about the soap? Nope, not the right thing. Anything else that I need to, oops, hold on. Anything else that I need to put in here? Wait, when did I get the scarab beetle? Y'all, what? I must have missed that. Was that in my mother's room or my father's room? Phonograph. Kitty cat. So we know the 3 substances. We haven't examined everything here yet. There's more to examine. This thing. Spinners. How do I use this? The Leyden jar is charged. A charged Leyden jar. Microscope. This. Okay, that's broken for a moment. Let's go to the mirror. We're looking for Anubis. This way. Over here. Should be at the base of something. Speeding. Ghosty ghouls. Wait a minute. Where was that? Is it down in the basement? This is the garden. I wish I could call someone right now. Here we go. Put this on. It's the way that it looks. I love it. Yeah, I don't know where I got the scarab from. The dung beetle. Okay, it's a dung beetle, not a scarab. Perhaps it... Okay, there's a lot more down here. My father was more than a collector. He had an entire Egyptian museum here. Ra in the form of a cat fighting Apophis in the form of a serpent. Apophis. Help me defeat the snake. I need a weapon. Oh. Okay, I'll look for something. Just casually, cat's talking to us. Easy peasy. Why do you have such a hole in your chest? An evil mummy stole my good heart, and now I can't get to the afterlife. Because my heart must be weighed at the court of Osiris. If the evil mummy decides Anubis and gives him my heart, it will go to the afterlife instead of me. And I will forever be chained to this place. Please help me get my good heart back. Okay, I'll try. It's in here. There were lungs of a mummy in Hapai's couch. I'll take them. I'm thinking it could be Happy's. I'm butchering these names. Please correct me. Anubis, I bow my knees before you in awe. Oh, it's because I was wearing this. Take my heart to your judgment. Okay. What is taken out of the chest must be reinserted. Let's weigh it first. Oh my. I need the Osiris's judgment in the Hall of Two Truths. Weighing the heart on the great scales, a righteous heart should be lighter or in balance with the feather of the goddess of true Mot. But I can't place this here. I guess I just need to put it back in there. We're not actually doing a weighing. Oh? It's happening. It's in balance. It's perfect balance. We freed him. Yeah. It is necessary to get justice for the good mummy. Aw, we helped him. We helped the kind mummy. This is giving riddle of the Sphinx energy. I like it. And then I also took lungs. Do you need something else, sir? I feel bad. I think I tricked you. Will you say anything when I'm not wearing it? But what else? The cat. The cat needs a weapon. Help me defeat it. I need a weapon. What about a crowbar? That won't work. Okay. What about a knife? Oh, get it. That worked. What? We helped it. All the cat needed was a knife, of course. How did we not know? Another task done. Did it leave something? Was there more to it? Help the kind mummy. But that goes under something different. Oh, look. Okay, the governess had the opportunity to put poison into the cookies, but what reason did she have? The governess had the opportunity to add poison to the coffee. The governess had the opportunity to add poison to the sugar. Also poison in the powder. Same thing with the butler. Artist Oscar, no. Perhaps the latest events. Auntie could have as well. And perhaps the father hid the opals from his sister. Could have been his sister. The love note is written on paper from our home. Mom could have easily written it. Could easily write it. A note. So a lot of mysterious things happening. Okay, so that cat gave us nothing. Can I take the feather then? And this mummy, okay, so I just want to make it clear that we're just gonna have a mummy chilling down here, right? We're tracking that. There's just a mummy that's on the loose. Let me go over here. If I put the lungs in here, lungs of a mummy. No. The lungs of a mummy! Of course! The perfectly preserved lungs to go to Mrs. Jones. Yes! Mrs. Jones, Oh boy, do I have a new set of lungs for you, ma'am. They're a little mummified. Mrs. Jones, I brought you new lungs. The man who they belonged to died young during the battle. An arrow hit him in the head. So his lungs remained in excellent condition. Thank you, dear. You are my savior. Now I can sing again at night as before. Tell the doctor I don't need pills anymore. Goodbye. Goodbye now. New lungs to make me feel young again. Wow. It's all okay, because the guy who the lungs belonged to in the past life just got shot with an arrow to the head, not even to the knee, just to the head. Don't worry, he's happy as can be. The bird's gone. How did the bird get scared away now? What did I do to scare the bird away? Maybe her singing keeps the birds away.
Thank you for solving the problem with Mr. Jones. Oh, take a sleeping pill. I don't need it anymore, but you need it until you get settled.
The sleeping pill will be for the hot chocolate. We just solved this. That was what we needed. I hope you're doing well.
Now I can rest in peace.
Oh, and now you. Old Mrs. Brown has buried her here. Hey, hello, Mrs. Brown. Can I help you? Of course. What can I do for you? Wait. I liked their singing so much. Maybe the bird is missing right now. The bird is on a sabbatical. He'll be back. Let me take this off. Okay, next, guys. We've got sleeping pills, which means we can go back and put our auntie and governess to sleep until we sneak into the room and find out what happened. Compare the hair. I also need scissors. I need a bathroom. Help Mrs. Brown. I need to find out where the fabric's from. I think it's going to be from my auntie's room. I think we're about to get launched towards the end game. We need to find the necklace there, but that's not a locket situation. Where am I going? Upstairs. Upstairs is best. No, I actually can just go here. We need to go to the kitchen. Whee! Fly, my pretty. Oh my gosh, it's almost been 2 hours and I have not paused or gone to the bathroom. I have been locked in. Hold on, I'm gonna take a quick break for a second. I never record this long because I get anxious that I'm gonna lose all of the, no, don't quit the game. Let me save real quick and then again, I'll step out for 1 second, but I always get anxious if I record too long and lose something. So I will be right back and we will continue to figure out who done it. The music right now. It's good, atmospheric, like a little bit of tension, a little mystery in it. Okay, we throw the sleeping pills in here. You need to call the butler to take the chocolates to your aunt's room. Okay, right, because the butler's still alive. So we need to get him. Which one's the butler? The butler must not see me, otherwise he'll be scared. Go in here. Shh. Okay. Did he take them? Did he take it? Yes, he did, which means we're good to go. Perfect. Did he not wonder who made that, considering there's only like 3 people in the house right now? Up we go. I don't think we've ever really had the music be like this. I wonder if it builds up as you're getting closer to solving it. Well, no, that's the same kind of like organ style. Ignore me. The butler had the opportunity to add poison. I mean, so many people did, and there's nothing that we know about that. I wonder if you can solve it without finishing all the side missions. Because before we go in here, I'm like, there's a lot of stuff. Crowbar. Maybe we should dig something up. We still need to help the cursed lady too. Shh. Here, you know it's gonna be in here. All these dresses are fashionable. Does it match? No. Nothing. Pearl? Something was just added. There are no clothes of that color. Another pearl. How many pearls does it take to make a necklace? Lily silk embroidery. Pansy silk embroidery. Another one of these. Another lock like my father's. Shh. Do not play with it. The paper on which my aunt wrote letters. Okay, so we can compare that too. It might be even different. Honor. A decorative pillow with an inscription. Aunt loved it very much. It shall be examined more accurately. So that's the, okay, my aunt's right there, and then that's my governess. Scissors for the lock of hair. Birds silk embroidery. The little statue. Roses. Aunt is deeply asleep. I won't wake her. Martha snores quite loudly in her sleep. Okay, so it's roses, birds, pansies, and lilies. Roses. Shh. Roses. Birds. Which means the thing in my father's study, we have everything too. It must just be around us. I'm missing it. Birds. Pansies and lilies. There. A key is required. No, wait, do I have a key? No. A key, a key, a key, a key. Shh. A key from my aunt. A key. Where could it be? Honor? It should be examined more accurate. There. I love the wording too that they decided to have on this to help you and assist you in searching. Uneven stitches on the side of the pillow. The seam looks loppy. Take the scissors to it. The seams look loppy. The key's inside of it. There. Like, she's not gonna notice that. We better hope that it's her. Otherwise, she's gonna kill us. Well, it's a good thing we're dead. Yeah, because, well, what is she gonna do? Double kill us? Okay, I kept everything. If anything, she's gonna think that it's the governess. Letters, secret letters. Letters from a secret admirer. I know about my aunt's secret correspondence. Once I found a letter in the hollow of a tree by the gazebo. So we could take the letter, put it in the gazebo and see who shows up. Also, that kid would know then. That kid knows something. Is there anything else, Kitty? You've examined everything in here. You need to look elsewhere. The letters are the main confusion right now. The butler's coming. I'm going into my father's study. I think everything I need is right here. What if it's these three things? Like, what if it's owl, bear, boar? Then you also have these chipmunks, and people usually use the names of those they love as codes. That doesn't make any sense. Those they love as codes? Like, it makes sense, but for my father, Darlene, let's meet at the swamps. My mother, previously named Clifford. Me, horror stories, and who else? Like, there'd have to be one other person that he loved. You know? Tip the scales, make the judgment. Let me go to the swamp real quick. I want to make sure that now there's nothing that I can do in that area. I also need to find a coin. We had one coin, but I need to find another coin for the Piper. For the Piper. I want to go all the way out here. Except I bet we'll find the ghost of Oscar here. I think that's what's going to happen. The bone had been gnawed on by a big animal. 3 days before the death. Could have been an animal tied up here. Okay, there's still more. Let's go examine the hair. Let's cross-reference with my father's hair for the love letter. Then we'll go to the hollow, see if I found anything for the boy. Into the grave. This is such a good game. I love the way that it's just laid out. It's not the most challenging, but I've also definitely needed assistance, and it's nice that the game provides it with the cat. Lock it. Snip the hair. Thanks, father. Now I'll need to compare. Should I snip the hair on anyone else? Should I snip my mother's hair? No. Poor mother. Not needed. Somebody else's hair while they're asleep. laboratory. Wondering if I need to cut anyone else's hair. Also, I haven't gotten any closer to finding a red necklace. She wanted her to look very good in it. Just to be clear, you've examined everything in here. You haven't examined everything in here. What did I miss? There, coffee. My aunt doesn't drink coffee. You've examined everything in here. You need to look elsewhere. Can I make coffee? Do I need to just... What's the coffee? Coffee. That's it. Just coffee. Okay. Moving down to this room. I love having the cat to help us. You've examined everything in here, but we're gonna go to our secret. The movement on her character as a ghost is well done. Okay, examine the hair. Ready? Father's hair, dark with some gray parts. It's different from the hair found in the locket. Okay. That crosses that off. Yeah, wasn't my father's hair. It wasn't my mother and my father. Check coffee for the presence of poison. I like that. The lotions and potions. I'm mixing. I think that there's gonna be arsenic. There's no poison in the coffee. Okay. What does that mean though? The crows. I still haven't found out the dress or suit. It's because I haven't gone into guys' rooms. Who owns the button? Collect the great-grandmother's bracelet. Find a necklace for the lady portrait. Check the substance off the father's cane. You need to find out if blood is on the cane. I don't think I can do that from this though. The substance is right here. No. Oh, maybe it was here. No, that doesn't make sense either. No. I think that's using this thing. Is he using this one? Okay, something's happening. The knob of father's stick is stained with some blood. He could have hit someone with it. He found out that his wife was cheating on him with Oscar, maybe. We have a lot of stuff that we can make poison with. And then we also need to examine, is this auntie's room paper? The paper from my aunt's room matches the note too. But that, I mean, we could all be using the same paper. Like my mom's paper also matches it. The ghost in the attic, I still haven't solved that. Files, notes, family jewel. Something happened. I think we need to put the love note. Do we have a love note? We do. I think we need to put the love note in the hollow of the tree. I think that's the next logical thing to do. To the graveyard. To the, well, then to the well. To the graveyard, to the well. To the window. To the wall. Dark day. The little milk. The cutie. My mother's shoes being there. And then the hollow. Put the love note in here. It's hollow, empty inside. I wouldn't put that in there. But I had seen... You want to trade, but what do you want to play with? Is this your... That's not your button. What do you want to play with? Do you want dried soap? Do you want to lock it? Scissors. We need to offer the boy something interesting. Well, I don't have anything interesting. Crowbar? Not interesting. Shovel. No. I'm really drawing a blank here. I can't offer you poison stuff. Opals. No. Magnifying glass? No. What do kids like to play with at that age? What, a ball? It's not like I have a truck. Okay, so that is not an option. I really thought that I'd be able to... It's annoying, crows. I was so certain... You've examined everything in here. We checked that room, we checked that room, we checked that room. So let's see if the cat says anything about the other areas. There's something... We need to inspect everything here. So there's still more I need to inspect? It is a pity there is no goddess with a cat's head here. Wait, it's the goddess with the head of the lioness. The lungs we didn't need anymore. Well, there is this, right? Are we sure a lever's required, or do we need? Oh, we can open all of these with the mummy of a once beautiful girl. You can't say that now, but once upon a time, she probably broke more than one heart in love. Let's put that back. So it's not about having a lever, it's about brute force. Oh, there is a man in the sarcophagus. I know him. This is Joe, a local poacher in a tramp. Judging by, I almost saw it. He lived somewhere in the swamps. He had a big dog, a slicker, and a big drinker. In the past, he used to have problems with the law. Someone killed him and hid him in a sarcophagus. He died recently. It is necessary to take a more closer look. Wow, this could be the last. The cloth is torn and one button is missing. The button. The button belongs to the poacher. The poacher was in the living room. Maybe he died here. Maybe he was hired to take somebody out. I'm telling you. Not the same fabric though. The local poacher. Okay, we're gonna put that back. Wow. So somebody killed him and then hit him, and this is convenient. A crowbar. Thanks, cat. That is very convenient. The mummy, just looking at the lid, you can see rich man lays here. Oops. I think that was it. You can see that a rich man lays here, but nothing else. Wow. Okay. There's so many different ones to... It was probably that. It's probably that a nobleman lays here. Okay, let's check this one. The local trapper. Oh, the mummy of a young man. My father said he was killed in battle during one of the battles. Wait, rip it. I missed it. That's it. The question is, what happened to the body that was in the sarcophagus that used to hold... or is used to hold the trapper right now. Crowbar, kitty. Kitty cat, move. Trying to open something here. Maybe that's two in the foreground. Oh, you're not supposed to open it. This guy's back here. Cover that back. I don't think there's anything else there. And I can't seem to open this one. Nope. Actually, I should see if the cat wants me to do something else there. You've examined everything in here. You might need to look somewhere else. Let's just double check this area. Yeah, so that was the body we were missing, was the trapper. But that still doesn't get me closer. You've examined everything in here. We've got to do elimination. I was so certain that finding his body... It confused me because it said a lever was required. So I was like... It made me think, okay, surely we need to... Let's check this out. You've examined everything in here. Just try this. Just running around as Anubis everywhere. Go to the back garden. Talk to her. We haven't examined everything here yet. There's something else to be found. This. It must deal with this, right? I mean, look at it. It's different flowers all around. but it doesn't show that I can do anything there. The lily pads, but I've already been out here. What if somebody else is buried here? Oh, there we go. That looked like some, okay. I could see how the ground looked a little disheveled there. Some kind of rusty shackles. There's nothing else there. Rusty shackles. You've examined everything in here. We need to look elsewhere. Rusty shackles. What in the world has been happening here? Okay, back to the beginning. Now let's just scour the second floor again and see where this cat wants us to be. Take off the helmet. Let's go fast pace here. Nothing here after all. Kitty cat, what is it? You've examined everything in here. I think it's my father's study. I think I have to solve that. I've already been in all of here. On my father's side. What if it's one of the... Okay, just double checking, but let me go back in here. This was my mother's room. We need to inspect everything in here. There's more. But it wasn't anything to do with her shoes. Are we sure it wasn't her clothes? There are no clothes of that color in here. Fair, fair. Hat boxes. It allows me to look at them. That's like fast travel. There is mourning in the house. Nobody starts the mantle clock. What are you hiding here, Mother? The ink. I think it could be this. Mom loved making flower arrangements. Oh! Here. Mom has arsenic in her room. Perhaps she used it to prepare flowers? The bottle contains poison, arsenic. Mom used it to make jewelry. She soaked flowers in it so that they wouldn't lose color or shape, a dangerous occupation. You've examined everything in here. You need to look elsewhere. Okay, we're done with Mother's room. I should have been doing this all along, like checking the cat to make sure we had gotten everything. What does that guy want? Said something about the body and soul. People usually use the names of those they love as codes. Beetles, very bright, if you ask me. I mean, what could it depends on who. Clifford, what would I represent? What would I be represented by? Eye, moon, star, shooting star, sun. That's not like, what? People usually use, there wasn't anything there. Why was the love letter in his room? Unless they were trying to hide it, hide the proof of it. The people that he loved the most. Oh, okay, we found all of his stuff. Look, he's colored in. The suspects. Well, now that I think about it, we have nothing to him. There's nothing for him. All of the myths. Nope, no, I didn't mean to do that. Shoot. Back? I'm gonna look everywhere else before we do that, just to make sure. I've examined everything in my room. We're on the second floor. I just did everything in my room. Let's go this room again. You've examined everything in the bathroom. You need to look elsewhere. The butler's here. My aunt's room. You've examined everything in the aunt's room. I really thought when we got behind the aunt's room. Dad's favorite greyhound named Moon. Oh my goodness. That's it. No, I didn't mean to go downstairs. That was it. I didn't even inspect the animals. Wait, I was thinking when we were talking about the people that he loved. Moon, star. And what about this guy? I gotta leave. I gotta leave. The butler's coming out. Moon and star. Moon, star, and moon, star. No, I don't want to. Is there another dog that I missed? Moon? Star, moon. And then there must be one more down here. Star, moon, something else. Star, moon, oh, star, moon, star. No, star, moon. Why can't you click on this bird? I guess he loved. He fell in love with hunting. There's something else that we'll talk to. Star, moon. Star, moon, and then something else. So let's just try. I know this is kind of a crazy. Maybe you have to guess on the other one. So this is star. Moon. If this were right, let's keep just trying this. Star and then moon. It was a bird, so maybe it's... Oh! Dog, star, moon. So you had to do the paw for the dog, the phonograph with some recording in it. Here we go. I think I say that every time, like that one piece is gonna be the thing that allows me to know every secret. But let's be real, it probably won't. I'm gonna get stumped again. Should be this one. Or it's one more over. Nope, one more over. There is a sort of, with the way that you're going into all of these rooms, and then even the nature of having this butler that you have to run away from, I wonder if the person who created this did grow up playing something such as Clock Tower. Not like I'm saying it's so similar or anything like that, but it has kind of like a little essence in some way. Maybe some, I mean, again, Clock Tower was super influential in many different ways, so it's possible. A row with some audio needs to be listened to, yes. Listening. There. The handle of the phonograph should be turned. The handle. There. Father's voice, he seems to be very upset. Talk about my legacy. Dad, I suspect that someone is replacing our family jewels with fakes. The color of the stones has changed. They have become more cloudy and their gloss is not strong enough. Maybe somebody is in love with the woman who's also like telling us about the curse. Maybe this all goes back to the initial cursing of that one woman and everything. Could it be? The family jewels. Treasure box. Can we inspect them? 2 black opals. Okay. We still need to get his thing to appear. This room has everything required to study the evidence. That's vague. What am I doing with this thing? Do I need to put something here? I need to put this somewhere else. What am I missing? Father's recording. Show the version. Whoa! Okay, this is new. Oscar and my dad. My sister won't come again. You've disgraced and robbed me. You're a thief and a scoundrel. You can't stop our love. Okay, it was not his wife's paper. Get out. You will no longer cross the threshold of my house. There's the poacher by in the backside, the trapper. You can't lock her up in a golden cage. What scum you are. Oh my gosh. Help! He's falling into the marshes. No way. And father let him die? Recently, I saw you meeting with the painter in the swamps. The death of the painter is on your hands. And then he blackmailed us. The police will be interested in the disappearance of the painter. But if you pay £100, nobody will know. How dare you, vile blackmailer. Yeah, you know, blackmailing someone who's already let somebody else die. Oh my, but 2 body counts so quickly, father? Really? That's the governess. The governess laced the cookies with extra sugar. She was aware of this, she knew. Sir, you work so hard. Take a break, have some coffee and cookies. No way. Thank you, Martha. I feel bad. What's happening? I heard you speaking with the poacher. You showed no mercy for my son, Oscar, who I'd love more than my life, and now I got my revenge. Ah! Okay, I almost got it. I actually almost got it. And then she laces the what? The sugar for this, for other stuff. My Lord Darkday's death was very strange, don't you think so, Martha? She was in mourning. You shouldn't have started digging into this, madam. And then, oh, look at the note under the bed. Why? I feel bad, Martha. Call for help. What? Of course, madam. Don't worry, I'm already calling. And then, why me? Oh my gosh, Mom, what's wrong with you? We need to get help. She killed me too? Oh! Did everything happen that way? No. No. So you can run, wait, that's even cooler. So I just ran the version that is based off of, I didn't even realize we could do that. So that's what would have happened based off of everything that we found. No way. So the governess did have a son. So I think that is right. I think that part's right. But you can tell, okay, there's so many more things to find. No. Look, non-open versions 4. Father. Non-open versions. That was the version that we saw there. No, don't quit the game. Oh no, we're stuck. We have to play this out. I can't get out of it unless I quit the game. Okay, I'm gonna see you guys in 1 second. I'm gonna let this play out and then we will hit deny and there's more that we need to discover. So I'll see you guys in 1 second. Okay, I got back to here. We need to find out more. There's something else. Version non-open versions. There's more about my own death. Like I didn't just fall down the stairs. So we found out about that. We've got a bunch of different poisons. What if we could mix something together? Hydrogen peroxide shall be added from the right jar. Okay, so add that. And then what if we added this? No, that won't work. I don't know. There's no other room that we've been locked out of, right? So the room has everything required. This thing was spinning. Okay, it still spins. What do you put in that? Is it because I don't understand the nature of this thing? A charged Leyden jar. Would I have to use it for separating something? Maybe not. The locket, a golden locket with some hair. Maybe, okay, what if we snipped some of my auntie's hair? We know like some of the events. Ugh. Because we still have the scissors, right? So maybe we're still trying to find the locket of hair. I think it's not our father's hair, but it could be my aunt's hair. You've examined everything here. What about the guy on the top floor? The ghost at the very tippy top? Surely by... The butler must not see me. We go to the very tippy top. Ooh, that was a close one. Okay, we're back up here. Auntie's portrait. She's wearing the pearls. Oh, and this. The chest is locked, but we never found a key for that. Can we use a crowbar instead? No lock can withstand a crowbar. The old dress seemed to have been worn recently. Guys, we had to think outside the box. A piece of fabric has been torn from this dress. This dress could have been worn by mom or aunt. It won't fit the governess. Look, show version. Aunt could wear an old dress if she didn't want someone to recognize her. That is a different version. And a book. Grandfather's diary. One of the entries in my grandfather's diary brings out my interest particularly.
I knew Sebastian's family well. Therefore, I did not believe in the charges against him. And when he managed to escape from hard labor, I hid him in the estate.
He took on a new name and became George. Looks like grandfather is writing about our butler. I could not imagine that he had problems with the law. I knew his family well, therefore I didn't believe the charges against him. The butler, George, show the version. The governess has no version. There's still more to the governess. Whoa, butler George. I need to help this ghost, but I don't know about this one. Some minds that live without body and soul can help to find the way to the treasure. Is that not some bodies that live without? I still haven't figured out the meaning of the words. Some bodies that live without body. So a soul. I've got all of the different poisons and a bowl of dried soap. Maybe I needed to examine the bowl of dried soap. And I still don't have anything for the boy. You've examined everything. We should look elsewhere. I could watch the version of that. You know, the other thing is when I went to my mom's room in that version, there was a letter underneath. So if I were to go back to my mother's room, is there now a letter underneath there? Yes, look. Mom often wrote to her friends. This is a letter from a friend to my mom. It describes balls and fashionable outfits. In general, nothing interesting. Okay, never mind. Look, there's other versions to watch. There's everything except for the governess and me. So there's a few more, there's just 2 more to know. Help the ghost boy. Help Mrs. Brown. Did I find all of the bracelet? Like, do I have everything for the bracelet? But I still don't have the necklace. And I've got a note written by the automaton, but I don't know how to read it. That's probably the next and the last thing. It's the note written by the automaton. That would be father's study. That would be that. Go into this room. She snores loudly. Perhaps if I were to snip some hair. No. Snip some hair? No. You examined everything in here. Try something else. I think it's the laboratory. Something with the secret writing. It's gotta be a secret writing. But I don't know. The bathroom. Examined everything here. All she keeps saying is that we have the necessary things. So let's go out here. Maybe there's something I missed in the creek? Something for the kid? I might look up how to read the automaton thing, because if that's the last thing that I need to do, we should be able to figure that out. Like, figure that out, no problem. Go in here. Here, kitty kitty. This room has everything you need to study the evidence. A secret. The automaton may have used sympathetic invisible ink. Okay. So how do I... Clearly wrote something, but the sheet of paper seems to be clean. So how do I get... How do I make it invisible? How would I... Do I need to, like... The note written by an automaton? Sympathetic invisible ink. Sympathetic invisible. Do I need to mix something and... Sir? Invisible ink. Where could I get... Do I need to do this? Okay, let me look up what a Leyden jar like actually does, like the purpose of it, because I'm unfamiliar. Maybe it's something. A Leyden jar. Early device for storing static electricity. Essentially the first capacitor, consisting of a glass jar with an inner and outer. Okay. Early experimentations in electrostatics. So maybe charge up on surfaces and energies. So if it's charged, right? Because doesn't it say charged? A charged Leyden jar. What do we need to reanimate? What would we... Oh. Do we need to charge him up? Is it him? That won't work. There's some... What? Who would we want to... Like, I'm thinking Frankenstein. Somebody's dead body. Body without a soul. But think about the guy, the ghost guys. The body without a soul and everything. What is the, Detective from the grave. Detective from the grave. From the crypt. From the crypt. Let's do Leyden jar. Because I think that's for... I think it's got to be for the kid upstairs. Time for electricity. We need to use electricity somewhere. Where? Okay, I'm looking at this. Something that we would need to... Let me see. The electricity. There's all sorts of... This is more for like achievement hunting. It's always a challenge to find something of what it says. Right now I'm thinking the poacher, if we wanted to bring him back to life, technically. But a thought without a brain or something. Something, a brain. Maybe it is all the way at the end. Let's try this. This one. Let's try the museum. Except that the cat said that everything's here. I thought without a brain. I was thinking we could bring this guy back to life. But then he would say that we haven't done everything. The only place that we're not using that by the kid, right? No. All right, I think what I'd like to do is just look up the Leyden jar. I just need to get the ball rolling. Like, we're so close to piecing it together. And I'm thinking maybe it's got to do with the graveyard. What else could we kickstart? Electricity. Do I need to fry the... Oh! There you go! Oh! I hope it punishes the impudent crow. Hello. Thank you, dear. Now I can enjoy the bird song. Okay, well, we helped her. That was for that. But still, that doesn't take me one step closer to... Right. That's one more task, but that's not... She didn't even help us with anything. Gotta help the ghost boy, the ghost in the attic, and then these two. And I guess I'm not helping this cursed woman. I guess I'm not caring about, What about a pocket watch? It won't work. What about the jewels? What kind of box is this? One venerable family loves jewelry and will give you any amount for them. Well, if they do not fulfill their promises, then at least you can play for them. They never leave the crypt and will appreciate your music. Besides, the crypt has excellent acoustics. Yes, I really need an audience that doesn't run away. Everyone here is such in a hurry. They can't even listen to one melody. Wait. That worked. The jewel's on the Piper. I hope the Piper is going to be fine and I don't have to get him out of trouble. We need to... I guess that will teach her. I think that will teach her and to curse people. Thank you. The Crypt inhabitants were so impressed that they sang along with me and gave me lots of money. Now I'm rich and can go to my homeland. Good luck. Have a nice trip. I hope the monster is pleased. I have no desire to talk to her. So I needed to send someone else in there. I would not have expected that. Let me go back to the swamp real quick and see if there's anything else. You've examined everything in here. You need to look elsewhere. Okay, never mind. Does the cat say I've examined everything here? I've examined everything here. So that really is all the ghosties, guys. I guess I just have to tell the doctor he doesn't. Now I can rest in peace. Same thing. Maybe I need to take the pearls to my grandmother? Let me go into here. My grandfather, my grandmother, but it's my great-grandmother. Let me give her her pearls. I didn't string anything together, though. No. Description doesn't tell me anything. So we're still here. We've got a lot of stuff to make a poison. And I don't know. Like, I'm perplexed. Non-open versions 1. Suspects. That means we're so close. We still have 2 more people to help. But somebody I've helped is not giving me something I need for that boy. There must be something I'm missing for the boy. Maybe that would help me if I could look up what the boy needs at the crypt. Or at the little place over here. If I could look that up, then... Because he's gonna make a trade. So he'll give us something that we need. We just have to give him something first. I'm gonna try everything in my purse. So I tried the pocket watch. I remember that. He didn't care about it. Didn't care about that. Crowbar, no. Pearls, no. I don't want to kill him. Pocket watch isn't his. Love note? Opals? No. Scissors? Never run with scissors. Coffee? I'm at a loss. All right, I'm gonna go see what the boy wants and how we get that, and then I will see you guys in 1 second. Y'all, the boy wants soap. He wants soap. Sorry, what? Did I never try to give him the bowl of dried soap? So apparently, we want to take the dried soap and I think we want to fill it with water. I didn't see exactly. I don't think you want to give it to him as the dried soap. But let me just, okay, let me get my cat back here. We're going to go supersonic mode. I think we need to run the water either in the, it's either in the kitchen or in the bathroom, but we need to take the dried soap, make it wet soap, and then, yeah, that's what he wants, is I guess to blow bubbles or something like that. For who knows why. So back to the kitchen. I'm gonna first try this, and then if not, we'll run into the bathroom. There we go. Now we have bubbles. Bubbles. I feel so silly about that. I mean, I kept seeing this bowl of soap, but I guess part of me was thinking that it was gonna be for like a poison situation or something. But no, it's really as innocent as that. And then I guess in turn, the boy's gonna hand us the red necklace. Huh. I feel like he hasn't done that before. All right, to the park, to the boy, to turn in one of our final missions, and then... Hi. I want to play. Let's trade. Here you go. Take it. Thanks. I like this game. For this, I will give you red stones. Here you go. Thank you. Soap bubbles are beautiful. I really like them. You've examined everything. That makes a lot of sense though. And here's the necklace, the ruby necklace. Perfect. And then I think I ended up seeing the ghost upstairs. It might be more simple than we expected. So collect the bracelet, which I think we're still missing like a pearl or two somehow. Find a necklace for the portrait lady and then help the ghost in the attic. Now the ghost in the attic could be... It could be tethered to this. Something about the animatron I think might be connected to him. Okay, let me think what I want to do there. Ruby necklace. Oh, actually, we can just do this. Easy peasy. Forgot about my fast travels. I put the ruby necklace on. She must have dropped it in the well, right? Here you go. Thank you. Take this pearl in gratitude. I think that's our last pearl, too. A girl in red. It's all coming together. Yes, we made the great-grandmother's bracelet. Now, where to take great-grandmother's bracelet? Files. Show version. So we're still missing my version. And we're missing the governess's version. Governess of substituting fakes for jewelry. There's still something else about her. The poacher was, I wouldn't say an innocent murdered because he was trying to blackmail, but that's also the silliest thing. You watch somebody murder another person, and unless you're coming prepared, I would not be trying to blackmail a murderer unless I was sure that they weren't going to murder me in return. Grandmother's study is downstairs. I think that's the library. We can go here. Yeah, I want to see if it's somewhere over maybe here. Here we go. Now, I don't know if that's where we're supposed to... Kitty cat, do you know where I'm taking this? Here's your portrait. Maybe I take it to her grave? We've examined everything here. Also, the two opals I haven't figured out either. So... the way that I'm kind of interpreting this, and maybe this is wrong, but everybody has a version of the story themselves, but there's only one true thing that happened. Like when we watched my father's version, he was the one to kill everyone. But if we were to watch the butler's version, would it look different? Let's try... I want to go back to trying to give it to her in the crypt. I think that's a possibility. Also, don't forget the sword. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like my grandmother... Oh... Does she need it in death? No. My great-grandmother was buried here. Help the ghost in the attic. Collect the great-grandmother's bracelet. Maybe somebody else wants the bracelet? Okay, let's go try the guy in the attic. So according to the guide, the bear... Look, it was bare bones out there looking for 100%. We saw this, Auntie's portrait. Do you think Auntie's portrait, like she's wearing all these pearls? Do you think... No. We need to find something else important to my grandmother. Yeah, so listening to this, he said that some minds that live without body and soul can help find the way to the treasure. So I think that's why you're supposed to put and deduce that this, a note written by an the automaton, who doesn't have a soul or a mind, but is a body. No. No? I thought we were supposed to hand it to him. But I guess not. There must be another way to get this to show up. A mirror. But I just moved that. A mirror. Huh. But I haven't examined everything here, Kitty. There's more. The pocket watch. Pocket watch? Golden watch. The golden broken pocket watch. What if we took the pocket watch to the... She said that it was her son. The mystery of Father Ghost. It is necessary to solve the mystery of Father Ghost. Father Ghost. I was thinking that maybe the governess, if I took to her the pocket watch of her son, then maybe something would happen. But she's passed out right now. I thought I was supposed to bring this here. Maybe I should watch the other versions and see if any of them show me clues. Also, wait, what about the sword? Strange sword. This sword belonged to one of your ancestors. Does it help glowing? No. Kitty cat, how am I supposed to figure out? Okay, I didn't make it this far. I was trying not to look everything up. We've got sugar. We've got all the things that were used to poison. Pearls. Invisible ink. Coffee. Pour the coffee on the invisible ink. The coffee contains poison. This contains poison. This contains poison. We have the golden locket with some lock of hair. If that was my auntie, then maybe all of the answers are in their room. I'm going in here. There's also something to do with my story still. Like, I'm the other person that also hasn't... Maybe she snores in her sleep. Maybe we need to leave something out in the golden locket. We've done everything here. The golden locket. Family jewelry. All the ghosts are done. It's just the ghost in the attic. The love note. I tried putting the love note in the hollow. Maybe I should put the locket in the hollow or something. Maybe it's, Okay, let's attempt that. Because we did find out the information saying that they used to pass love notes back and forth in that tree. Super mode. My super suit. The super speed. Yeah, that's still an option that we haven't figured out yet, is putting something in the hollow. The kid is good. We're done with the kid. Why else? It's empty on the inside. What if we were to put something in it and then it's empty on the inside? The pocket watch? No. No. Like, is there something to peep? Possibly jewels and gems. Let me see if there's somewhere else I can take the bracelet for my grandma. I thought it made more sense to put the love note in there, but I don't think so. All right, where's my grandma? Do we take it to the front? Maybe in here is where we take the pearls. Pearls for my grandma. Isn't her portrait here? So was her portrait very noble? No. No. No, these are all portraits of them. I might be truly stumped again. I keep thinking we're gonna find that one thing that unlocks all of the other things, you know? It's like the one thing that's gonna unravel the whole mystery. You don't need this book. So specific. The only room I can think of is in here. This must be the spinner. That was to charge, and we already did that. So we go here. We used that to listen. The only thing left is this mystery. I can't do anything with the note. Invisible ink. How does one solve? This room has everything required to study the evidence. A mind without a body, a mind without a soul, or a body without a soul or a mind. Nothing to do with the pocket watch. He gave us this. And then we have this. But I don't think we need to look up anything else, right? The owner of the hair is brunette. The hair from my father's head is different from the hair from the locket, which we know because that's the auntie and love notes being thrown all over the place. What about this thing? Subject cannot be examined. We examined the other stuff. The love note? I already did that. Maybe my aunt or my mom wrote it, but we know that it's not that either. Opals and pearls. I don't think we'd use any of this to pull out and extract the invisible ink, right? No. We tried taking the pearls to my grandmother's grave. This is my mother's room. No, this is my room with my parents. Okay. This is my room. That was my notes. Whoop. I remember us seeing that, or yeah, my penny dreadfuls. I examined everything in here. Then why is my story still... And why do I have 2 mirrors? I have 2 mirrors to access the portal. I went in there, got a pearl. I haven't seen the ghost of my grandmother yet. Kitty, what do you think? This pearl bracelet is a gift to you from your great-grandmother. So I get to keep it. Do I put it on myself? No. Do I put it somewhere? I guess it's just done. I guess it stays in our inventory. How about this, Kitty? The automaton may have used sympathetic invisible ink. So how would you... Sympathetic onion. Okay, let me look up... Let me see with the note. It's, look, it says... Look at the diary. Okay, the ghost to the left. Use the mirror to end up back in the mirror room, then go through the library mirror to the library. The laboratory for the phonograph, which we saw that. But what about this? Okay, he writes. So the automaton writes. No! Wait! What? No! Guys. What? The warmth emanating, but hold on. Maybe this is what they were trying to say, read a book by the fireplace, but I think... What? No! It looks like the automaton drew a map. Are you kidding me? A treasure map. Now, what you're supposed to do is connect to the clues and say a treasure map. That one guy talks about a treasure map. So you go back up and you hand the treasure map to the ghost. That was good. I just don't know. It's I'm actually curious. Let me look up. Sympathetic invisible ink. Sympathetic ink or invisible ink. They're essentially the same thing. So sympathetic ink and invisible ink, we're learning things too. Being an older historical term, especially used in the 19th century for secret writing, that becomes visible through heat, chemicals, or UV light. I've never really had experience with invisible ink. And so that, I guess if you understand that context and know that heat is a sign to allow it to show up, then you would know. You need to have some 19th century knowledge or just some generic. It's the same thing as like, I didn't understand the other thing in the laboratory. Here's your map. Thanks. Now I know where I'm heading. I've been very bored recently. Moreover, some old lady was passing here and crying. Good luck on your journey. The ghost saw an old lady crying. I think it was the governess. Something upset her greatly. That might have been our last clue for the governess. Let's see. The governess's version. Yeah, y'all, I think we've done everything now. I think we might just have every clue that we need. Let's go ahead and look at the... We're all colored in. That was it. We're all colored. All versions are open. So we have to oh my goodness. Okay, we have to decide which version is the true version of events. Oh man. Okay, let me think. I'm gonna go back to my room and we're gonna do this in my room, guys. We're gonna figure it out. So we've already watched my father's version. Let's watch... I need to go into the novel. The only version, so we can't watch the Poachers, we can't watch Oscars. We watched our father's, let's watch our mother's show of events. I don't know how much of it is similar though. My wife won't my wife won't come here again. You've disgraced and robbed me. You're a thief. You can't stop our love. Interesting. Get out. You will no longer cross the threshold of my house. So this changed the aunt. My aunt with, you can't force her to stay. What scum you are. Stealing another man's wife. Help! So the poacher still watches it. That is the truth, is the poacher dies because he witnesses the crime. So either way, my father, recently, I saw your husband and lover meeting in the swamps. How does he... The death of your lover is on your husband's hands. Okay. Yep. You don't want people to know about the shady deals of your family, do you? What is the truth? I don't know. What do you want? This is a complete trifle for you. 100 pounds. And a canary. All right, wait here. No, because the fake jewels come into play. She poisons him. In this version, she kills... Also, I think they're like crumpets, but they look amazing. Whatever it is. Here's your money. You're probably hungry. Would you like some coffee and cookies? I guess they're cookies. I'm glad that we found a common language. You're a smart woman. I don't feel well. But then how would we all end up dead because of my mother's choices? That still doesn't make sense. Then she poisons her husband because he murdered her lover. Honey, I've brought you cookies and coffee. But my mother would not kill me. There's no way. I don't feel so well. What's happening? Oh my gosh, my thing keeps getting caught on my shirt. Show some mercy. Okay, so then the governess finds out, I have no strength at all. I need to have a cup of coffee to recover. Yes, madam. So in this version, the governess still poisons the sugar to kill the woman that loved her son, but also is the reason her son's dead. I feel bad. Martha, have you poisoned me? No one will help you. This is my revenge for the death of my son, Oscar. Well, we did get it right about one thing. Oscar is definitely indeed the governess's son. If it wasn't you, he would be alive. If it wasn't for you. So mother dies, and then I find mother again in this version. Oh my goodness, Mom, what's wrong with you? We need to get help. I love her long hair and her dress. But then I trip and fall? Did everything happen that way? No, I don't believe that that's how I've been killed. Although in ghostly form, there's no signs of struggle or strangulation or bullets or murder. We need to examine the facts. We know that a gun was used. There was definitely a pistol that was shot recently. And the fake jewels. Fake jewels, a golden locket with some hair. But we know that the hair is not my father's hair, so it's not my mother and father. A golden watch. 2 black opals. I don't think the 2 versions that we've seen so far are the true story at all. Father. Note saying, darling, let's meet at the swamps. The knob of Father's stick is stained with some blood. He could have hit someone with it, but he might not have killed. Could have killed the poacher, but I don't think he did. Although Father would be the one to have the knowledge of how to hide it in the museum. But also, if he was a big collector like that, would he want to, I was gonna say besmirch his pride and joy like that, but Mom had old boots that were worn into the swamp. Mom definitely went into the swamp. The only thing that ties Father to the swamp is possibly the note that was found in his room, but that could have been placed. We know for a fact. Also, our mother could have absolutely taken his pistol or anything. The hair found in the locket does not belong to my father. Perhaps this is my mother's locket. Mom has arsenic in her room. Dad suspects Mom of substituting fakes for jewelry. I didn't catch that Dad was suspecting Mom of that. The hair could belong to Auntie, but the hair could also belong to me. I'm brunette as well. Letters from a secret admirer. Signature is illegible. Signs point to her being a part of this. Dad suspects his sister of substituting fakes. Aunt could wear an old dress if she didn't want someone to recognize her. Also, I knew about my aunt's secret correspondence. Once I found a letter in the hollow of a tree in a gazebo. She asked me not to tell anyone. Now the governess. Could have stolen. Also could have fired the pistol, but it's unlikely. Governess had the opportunity to absolutely bring any kind of, like, think about it, anyone who would serve tea or coffee and cookies. According to the ghost lately, the governess came to the attic to cry. What is in the attic? The portrait of the aunt. George's butler used to be called Sebastian. He used to have problems with the law. Could be exploited. The butler went to the swamps. In both of the versions I've seen, neither of those people went to the swamps. So let's keep watching the stories unfold. So far we've watched my parents' story. Next, let's watch my aunt's version. Also, wait, Aunt is redheaded. That's not her hair in the locket. Now you have the jewelry. Let's run away now. Interesting. I've never loved you. I only needed money. Goodbye, and don't be so naive. I'd suspected you were using me, but I didn't want to believe it. She brings the pistol. Don't be silly. Put the gun away and go. No. Oh, either way he gets stuck in the marsh and dies. Help! No! He shouldn't have followed the lights. Recently, I saw you and your lover meeting in the swamps. The death of your lover is on your hands. I like all the slightly different renditions. Oh my goodness. The canary knew. If you don't want me to go to the police, you must pay. There was absolutely cookies because the canary had access to the cookies. The cookie crumbs were in the canary's cage. This is a complete trifle for you. 100 pounds. All right, wait here. Two versions didn't have a gun. The cookies, once again, we're releasing the cookies for the hunter. Now, in my father's version, he doesn't poison him. So though that couldn't have been right, my father's version is absolutely not right. Here's your money. You're probably hungry. Would you like some coffee and cookies? I'm glad to see we found a common language. You're a smart woman. Okay, so my mother's doesn't contain a gun, so that's unlikely. This one has a gun, the cookies, the poison, and the lover. I don't feel so well. But then how would my auntie end up killing the rest of us? I need to talk to you, brother. Okay, this is plausible. What happened, Hester? I saw something strange. Your wife took a jewelry box out of the house. She hid it under the cloak. But anyways, I recognized our antique relic. Blames it on his wife? No. This is very strange. Are you sure? Absolutely. I have to deal with it immediately.
Why would he not just ask his wife? Were you up to this?
What? I know everything. Do not deny it. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Father wouldn't kill his own wife and daughter. You've disgraced me by seeing this rogue behind my back. Wait, what? I've always been faithful to you. I actually believe that. Don't lie to me. You're a cheater. And then that's how the blood got on his cane? Oh my gosh, what have I done? Sister, tell me the truth. Was my wife innocent?
Okay, this is looking plausible though.
You should have believed me. She gets the pistol? Are you mad? Put the gun away. Such a fool you are. You will die and I will inherit the family estate.
That was fast.
That's it. Nobody will know anything.
I like her dress though. On a different note, I really like the color matching between her red hair and that nice little turquoise.
Or I guess like seafoam green. Oh my goodness, what happened here? We need to get help.
Please tell me that in every rendition I don't trip and fall and die on the stairs. No! No, stop! I guess it's looking more and more like I really did trip and fall.
Okay, so something happened. The safe. To my dear Oscar, that was the name of the artist who painted. So this was from his mother. The golden locket had brunette hair inside. The only brunette, so it couldn't have been the lover situation couldn't have been the auntie, because she has red hair. The only people in the family who have would be my mother, and me, and I have questionably kind of reddish hair? Huh. Initially, I thought the golden locket could have had my father's hair, so maybe it's Oscar's hair. So maybe the broken golden watch, hear me out, was Oscar's, given to him by his mother, but then he gave his mother a golden locket with his brown hair in it. The greedy bride. She likes Oscar. Today, the butler walked to the cemetery with some kind of parcel paper. I wonder what he wants there. We need to see the butler's side.
Yeah.
All right, it's time, guys. Next one. I don't get a story to tell yet. We need to watch the governess's version.
These are my two main suspects, the governess and the butler. Okay, so this whole situation happens, but how? My sister won't come again. In this one, it's saying that the lover is between the aunt and him.
I'll let it play out until it's new dialogue. Same thing, no threshold. We've got the poacher. But in the governess's story, maybe the golden locket is a red herring. And it's meant to make you think that his lover is a brunette, but it really could be something given to the mother. Okay, so the governess comes in. I'd like to see Lord Darkday.
What is the reason for your visit?
Well, recently I saw your master meeting with a painter in the swamps. He will be interested in discussing the loss of jewelry and the disappearance of the painter. This is possible.
All right, wait here.
Okay, we need to look out for the cookies. We have to make sure we see the signs of things being used. Cookies get laced. Okay, this is a possibility. This is also a possibility. Also, I love how it's like, I need to see Lord Darkday. Oh, by the way, this is what I saw. I'm gonna tell everyone.
You're probably hungry. While you're waiting for the master, would you like some coffee and cookies?
Why, thank you. He drinks. He gets killed. Why poison the poacher? I guess so that it doesn't get out. Sir, you work so hard. Take a break and have some coffee and cookies. Same thing. That makes sense. The coffee, the poison. He would do, okay, he gets poisoned by the cookies too. I feel bad what's happening. You show no mercy for my son Oscar, who I've loved more than my life, and now I've got my revenge. Okay, good. This is all working well. Then she does the sugar. Because she randomly decides to kill my mother too, though? Oh, this is different. Misfortune follows our family. First the jewels were gone, then Oscar was gone, and now Lord Darkday is dead. Daddy's death brings me down. The estate looks very dull without him. This is a completely new scene. What's happened? Why has everyone died? It can't be real. It just seems to me that this is probably... This is possible, Lady Hester. You need to lie down. Your mind is clouded and you are dreaming about it. What? Lady Hester has gone mad. The end of the Darkday's family has come. Now I have avenged my son. What? Okay. Totally different ending. Now that's strange. I remember hearing them arguing, talking upstairs. This is possible. In this rendition, she poisons the rest of the family. I can't see myself dying because I trip. I think I was poisoned. And think about it. My aunt is the only person who doesn't drink coffee or tea. That was suspicious to me. So that's why she was eating an apple, so she didn't end up getting poisoned. We need to watch the butler's... No, I said no, that's not how it happened. Despite my best efforts, I was unable to find out. No. Wait, did I take too long? Did it click yes? No, that wasn't what I believed. No, again. Run it back. Also, I love how if you fail, continue the game, yes. If you fail, it goes, like the whole house goes into, like it turns into rubble and everything. I guess I got an achievement of some sort. I don't know if she would actually inherit everything though. All right, last story is the butler, and that doesn't explain the butler, but the butler continues serving, but that also doesn't make sense because if she was still alive, the governess wouldn't inherit anything. One more story to see, and then we have to pick. Butler George. All right, Butler George, tell me how it is. How do you fit into the story? We have the jewelry. I will take the diamonds and you will take the rest. Interesting. Liar. You would promise to share everything equally. You are just a fool. Take your share and leave. Does the butler shoot him? I don't think so. You're right. In the governess's story, there's no gun. So, possible. I agree. Take everything, but help me. Help me. Dang. And the swamp boots. The swamp boots. But why does my mom have swamp shoes? Recently, I saw you meeting with the painter in the swamps. Lord Darkday will be interested to hear about the missing jewelry. That's plausible. The missing jewelry, too? Okay. And the police will be interested in the disappearance of the painter. I'm thinking this might be it. How much do you want to keep it quiet? This is a complete trifle for you. 100 pounds. For the butler? Okay, wait here. I think we'll come to an agreement. He still pulls out the poison. Okay, so we've got a gun, we've got the butler in the swamp, and we've got poison for the canary. I think this is it, guys. The butler did it. Here's your money. You're probably hungry. Yep. This is looking likely. With pleasure. I'm glad that we found a common language. Yep. I don't feel so well. Okay, the butler then goes on to poison the sugar and takes it to the family? Takes it to, whoa, the whole family. The coffee tastes bitter today.
The father.
This feels like it. Add some more sugar, dear. She had no idea. What happened? Why has everyone died? It can't be real. One of my nightmares.
Okay. We all get poisoned.
Lady Hester, you need to lie down. Your mind is clouded. You're just dreaming again.
But how?
Okay, but the governess doesn't come into it at all. Did everything happen that way? Guys, I think it is this one.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna click no.
The one thing that I can't quite figure out, she's eating an apple in this. The governess has no part to play in that, but we know that the aunt, the governess, and the butler are alive. Where were the poison traces? This places the butler in the swamp, which is very likely. He had the opportunity to sprinkle poison into the cookies. He had the opportunity to add poison to the coffee and to the sugar. He walked towards the cemetery with some kind of parcel made of newspaper for the animal that was out there. He loves animals very much, never speaks in vain. Superstitious. He also is the one that placed all of the salt at the beginning. Okay. I'm probably gonna be wrong here, but I don't think it was the father. I think I liked Oscar, but I knew that he was having a secret affair with Auntie. Auntie loved Oscar, which is why the governess would never kill Auntie Esther. Which I now realize everybody's calling her Hester. The jewels were being taken. Why would the mother or the aunt steal the jewels unless she was planning to run away? It's possible that maybe the aunt and the artist were planning to run away, but I think it's more likely that the butler and Oscar were working together. Think about it. Oscar was painting this beautiful thing of my aunt upstairs. The governess was crying because that was his last work of art that he was working on, maybe? So that's why she was crying upstairs in the attic. The poacher's just the poacher. He used to have problems with the law. Maybe he didn't change his ways. Maybe you want to believe that he changed his ways, but he didn't. And think about it too. Very plausible that he knew how to handle a gun. The auntie. My only thing is that historically they always say that poison is a woman's tactic. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to bring it down to that. But it's also a clever way to take out the most amount of people at the same time. It's just smart, you know? The poacher was probably killed in the living room. The butler would also know all of the ins and outs, even the museum area, so he would absolutely understand that he could hide a body in there. I don't want to think that it's as easy as it was the butler, but I think it might have been. Mom had access to the jewelry. Why? Like, they all had access to the jewelry, but we had so much wealth. Why would it matter? The secret liaison is the only thing that doesn't make sense. One of these things is just trying to lead us astray. So I think it's either the butler's story or it is the governess's story. Either way, I don't like the versions where I trip and fall and die. I think I'm locking in the butler's version. I think I'm locking in. One of them is right. There's got to be one. Okay, so I'm going to show this version again, and then at the end, we're going to say that this is right. Yeah, so we just have to watch this play out, and then I'm going to say that this is the version that I think. Just because... I don't know if I can, like, rush it. I think it's got to play out. So while that's playing out, we'll talk this through. The canary cookies, the poison's present, the gun. Maybe the gun being recently fired has more to do with hunting, so maybe I got confused by that. There's multiple things that are throwing us off. There's definitely some little, yeah, just I would say intentional clues that are leading us astray. The boy, and then you also have all these random ghosts. So the butler went to the grave. If he was seen there, but why would my mother have swampy shoes? There was no part where my mother and the butler had swampy shoes. So there's multiple clues that are relevant to multiple characters that could frame either one. I still think the locket was for the governess. Complete trifle for you. The poor canary just got obliterated by eating cookies. He just was hungry. He just wanted a snack. And then he ended up dead. D-E-D, dead. I will say while we're watching this, I like the different versions, and I like that you have to lock into one of them and figure out exactly which one was the right story. So I guess actually with that in mind, the previous one where the governess did it, I think that was wrong because it said that we didn't end up solving it and we died. And same thing with my father's. And then also when I accidentally drank the poison, I died too. Well, I'm already dead, but you know what I mean. I'm already dead. Yeah, this makes the most amount of sense. I should go review the dining room too. So he has all of us. I'm eating cookies and tea and everything. All of this happens. Because I can't see the governess taking revenge on somebody who loved her son. And she loved the family. I mean, she'd been with them since she was... If anything, she would have found it to be a lovely union, even though the father probably never would have agreed for them to marry somebody of a lower standing. Then he tries to, but what? The governess is not even present in that one. Okay, I'm saying yes. No, that wasn't it either. Despite my best efforts, I was unable to find out what happened to our family. No way. So that's not the version either? What? Who do you guys think it was? Was it my mother? Okay, so it's more to do with the lover. So it is probably not the gun, and it's not the lover. What? It's not these two. Y'all. It must be Auntie's version. It's gotta be Auntie's version then. But Auntie killed him, saying I never loved you? Oh my gosh. This one? Okay, I mean, yes, she's wearing the fabric that we found out there, so it makes sense. She has the gun, that makes sense. She poisons. I guess that's the most amount of clues is in this one. I never loved you, I only needed the money. That's fair. Leading her on. Crime of passion. Kills him. No! You know what I think was the main clue? Was the bride. Oh, it's gonna keep playing out, and that doesn't... It's the bride. Remember how the bride's story talks about how she and him, they fall in love, but then she ends up going for the money instead of the lover, and then she gets cursed by the lover forever. So maybe that's kind of what it was hinting at, was this was a little... Because he's leading her on for the money, and it was never about the love. So then she decides to kill him? If it's not the aunt, I'm gonna be mad. If it's the mom, I didn't see the cheating story with the father. I didn't believe that, ever. 100 pounds. Fair. I also, did you ever notice that the great-grandmother's just like eyeing whoever it is? Whoever you lock in as. She's just like peeping at them. Lace is this. This is a really nice point-and-click game. I think I did better solving most of these things. I ended up having to look up, what, like 3 to 4 out of the whole game. And then I obviously didn't solve it on the first go. But I do think I'm getting better. I think I'm improving at this category of games. The green furniture. It works too. Like there's so many different fabrics and patterns, but somehow it absolutely reaches that rich aristocrat kind of feel. Okay, so she says she needs to talk to her, then she blames the wife, and that kind of explains the jewels and that dialogue. Yeah, I think this story contains the most. But I fall and die. I trip down the stairs. I trip down the stairs in this rendition. What? This is very strange. Absolutely. I have to deal with it immediately. Oh, because also the cane. Yeah, maybe it was all about calculating how many different things. So dang, he gets mad, kills his own wife. The aunt comes in, steals a pistol off the wall there that she had recently put back. You've disgraced me by being seen with this rogue. Also, she died getting blamed for a scandal she didn't even commit. I've always been faithful to you. Don't lie, you cheater. I like the hands, but it almost looks like he's like getting ready to do a dun 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 dun. Was my wife innocent? You fell into my trap. Then she shoots him. And then I see my parents die and I fall down the stairs. I think there would have been blood on the floor though, and we never found any blood there. This owl's seen some things, you can tell. That's it. Nobody will know anything. I think I'm gonna be mad if this is it though. To find out that I'm a ghost all because I ran too fast down the stairs. My little bow in the back. The movement on the characters is quite nice. Ah. Did everything happen that way? Yes. No! That also is not it? What? So the mother's story? No. We tried the governess's story. We tried the what? Are you kidding me? What? All versions are open. And I didn't solve it. Is it because I still have stuff up here? Is there more that I need to... Father's audio recording. Was it my mother? Her maiden name was Clifford. I mean, I guess I'll show this version, but I can't believe that. It just doesn't even make sense. What? My wife won't come. You've disgraced and robbed me. No way. I wish I could skip to, I will say, I wish I could skip to the part where you can't force her to stay. Actually, this was the first one that we ended up watching after we found some more. So I wrote this one off so quickly. Okay, so the poacher situation happens. He's in the swamp, but his shoes, all of it. What if all of these end in a bad ending? What is the right ending? Recently I saw your husband. Okay, so he talks about this. She's like, oh no, she decides to poison her husband because he kills her lover. I guess maybe it was the brown hair of my mother. No way. It's a complete trifle for you, 100 pounds. I can't believe this. Those cookies look so good. It looks like cranberry or something. She puts them down, puts the money down. I don't believe any of the versions where I die on this. I can't. What if there's another version that I don't know? Okay, while this is playing out, I'm just gonna quickly look at a guide. I want to see if detective from the Crypt. What is the... She brings the coffee and cookies, right? It says the ending of the game depends on which suspect you accuse. You showed no mercy for the man I loved, and now this is my revenge. There's a good ending where you save the family by correctly accusing the killer. It says often the butler and multiple bad endings where you get it wrong. With the main goal being to see all the suspect endings to find the true positive resolution. You need to investigate all the clues, including the hair sample under the microscope, then accuse the correct murderer, often the butler. I don't understand how it can often be the butler. Choosing the wrong killers leads to different negative consequences, like being poisoned or a visit from the dead, highlighting the importance of correct deduction. After watching all the suspect scenarios, you'll get a final choice to confirm your decision. And selecting the right one unlocks the true happy ending. Okay, this says how to get the good ending. Collect all the clues. So I'm gonna say yes, this did happen. Collect all the clues, especially the hair sample and the flower combinations. The flower combinations. Accuse the suspects one by one, clicking no for the wrong ones. Dad, mom, aunt. When it's time for the final suspect, butler, click yes after seeing his story to see the complete ending. Okay. Collect all the clues, especially the hair sample and the flower combinations. Accuse the suspect one by one and then click no. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna click this and this is a bad ending. So is it all because I started by accusing the wrong people the whole time? So unless I were to redo the whole game, could I not get the good ending? I love a game that has multiple endings, but... All right. Detective... Continue the game, sure. See, I thought it was the butler. He had the best ending, but it still resulted in a bad ending for me. So did I not? All of the flower combinations. Okay, I need to go do some deduction myself on the internet and figure out how I can get us to get to the positive ending, but we got to see all of the negative ones twice over. That's strange. The importance of deducing everything. Perhaps it's because, you know what? I wonder if it's because I started kicking off just out of curiosity. I watched my father's version and another version well before I had all of the evidence. So I wonder if on this save file, I won't be able to get the good ending unless I were to redo it. I don't know. I'll be right back. I'm gonna do some more research. Hold on. First, the jewels. She goes into hysteria. Could be the butler. Could be the governess. Your mind is clouded. You're just dreaming about it. I love that pink dress. Okay, so what I've gone ahead and done is click on all of the endings except for the governess. So we're gonna see if by clicking yes, if this results in the good ending. Yes! Yes! Wait, was she sleeping the whole time? Jane, have you fallen asleep in the library again? I've had such a terrible dream. Mom, I'm so glad that nothing has happened to you. Jane, you read too many detective stories. It was all a dream. I've got to write a book about it. The cat's still alive too. What? In the meantime, go play with Fluffy. Oh. He's been waiting for you for a long time. Maybe one of P's descendants. Sweet Fluffy, let's go. Sweet Fluffy. That's it. There you go. That's it. Art and story animation. Continue the game. That's cute. Okay. All right. So the true, well, okay, I wouldn't say like the true ending, but the good ending is it was all just a distant memory and dream. I'm gonna hit continue game and see. Does it just take me back? Yeah, you just go back to being a ghost. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to, I guess I'll stay right here while we kind of talk about this, but all right, so that was our true ending. It was pretty It's a little bit of a cop-out ending, absolutely, to kind of be like, hey, like, it was all just a dream, it didn't really happen. But to be honest, I kind of like the cliche. I like that cheesiness because no, it doesn't invalidate everything that's happened. It takes a girl who is so inspired by books and novels and everything. Like, look at her room. Like, we happen to be in her room, but look at this, you know? Like, she loves novels, penny dreadfuls, all of this stuff, and she kind of falls into her own world. And then she says at the end, I want to write a book about this. And I guess cliche or not, I love that because it's how many of us have the interpretations and the art and the video games and anything that's been turned into a form of art. That's how it happens, is it starts with somebody's experience or dream or just an inspiration. And so even if it makes you, maybe for some people makes you feel like, why did I play the whole thing? To me, I was like, it was her writing a story, and I love that. I really liked that for her. So yeah, that is the good ending. That was really challenging to find. I'm just gonna let you guys know the hardest thing about this whole game was trying to find clues online that gave us any indicator as to what I needed to do. So hopefully if you guys do decide to pick this up, then you're able to catch this. I didn't fully explain it because I wasn't sure if it was gonna work, but basically what happened was you do need to discover everything. I didn't do anything else with this stuff. I still have all of these things. So you still need to look at the hair bits and do your good detective work. But what I ended up doing was I clicked on father, showed the version, clicked on mother, showed the version, clicked on auntie, and then I clicked on butler and saving the governess for last, showed the version, and then clicked yes. But there's so much floating information out there, and especially with like the AI pop-ups and stuff like that, it was pulling information from blueprints. Like, it was giving me answers for things. And then I told you guys that it said that oftentimes the butler is the right choice, but I don't think that's true. I think the governess is the one that shows you the good ending of it just being a dream. So it really was the governess. Her son, it makes sense. Her son was wrapped up in the drama of the family. She's been there for a long time. I also think if it had been the butler, even though I wanted it at some point, it kind of would have taken away from this clue. This clue was absolutely the red herring of the game, to be like, oh, he used to have problems with the law. Like, he totally would do this. When I was watching his story, even though it made sense because of his boots and him being in the swamp, it just occurred to me, he's in the swamp because he loves animals, so he was just going to feed them or whatever he was doing, but he wasn't in there to kill anyone, and he didn't. The same way that our father brought him back into the family to help rehabilitate him into like a positive experience versus being arrested and thrown in for something that our father believed he didn't do, instead of him kind of regressing back to that. And that would have been more cliche if it had been him, even though I was so sure it was him. But I forgot how much he loves animals, and that makes more sense. So it was really the governess and her son. I think her son ended up being a little bit of a scallywag, if we're being honest. So yeah, artist Oscar. I saw that coming. I think that was about the only thing that I did think early on, was that the governess ended up having a child of some sort that we didn't know for a fact, and that was on the money. So I'm glad to hear that my detective skills haven't completely fallen off, despite this is because I haven't done any detective work with you guys in a while. So we're just gonna have to play more mystery games, y'all. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It took me a little bit to get the lay of the land, and then while it's simplistic, any point and click game, I find that I get bottlenecked so easily. It's like I get so obsessed thinking if I find this one clue, then I can unravel the rest of the mystery and I won't have to look anything else up. But it still proved to be challenging, like trying to figure out the kid wanted bubbles. I was thinking a ball, but I guess it's the 19th century, so, but also like, I don't know, something of the sort, but he wanted a bowl with bubbles to blow, to give us the necklace, and then all. I will say the logic in this one makes slightly more sense than some of the hidden object games that I brought to you guys by like Artifacts Mundi and things like that. But considering how few people worked on this, beautiful. Like, I am very impressed. I liked the interior designs the whole time. The dialogue was probably like the weaker part of it, but it still made sense, and it was lighthearted, you know, and well, except for the moments where it wasn't lighthearted and talked about people death and cheating, and actually it was not lighthearted at all. But the way that it was written was so like curt and to the point and everything like that, and so didn't really waste time trying to build it up. And that said a lot about the story coming through from the art itself and the mystery, that you didn't have to rely on padding the text with all of these additional things. It's a simple story in a beautiful form, and I ended up really enjoying this. I know that we kind of backtracked a lot, and I ended up watching a lot of the stories back to back to back, which is why I didn't want to drag you guys through watching each and every version another time. But I liked that, and I thought that the whole thing of having different endings, having a bunch of different bad endings, but they're slightly different, because even though they all result, like if you make the wrong deduction and accuse the wrong person, it does result in us remaining a ghost forever. However, how does that work if she wasn't actually dead? How does that actually happen? Maybe you get stuck in a dream. So if you didn't solve it right in the dream, you get stuck in the dream world forever, which is terrifying. It's like some, oh, I don't like that. Now that I know the good ending of it just being a dream, I'm like, oh, that's terrifying. But no, each of those were different endings as a whole, because when you picked the aunt, that was the ending you were saying. You were saying that she was in love with the painter, and the painter didn't like her. He was just doing it for the money, and then she went on to kill all of these things and everything. And so you get all of these different endings with just one good ending that shows you like the truth of this story and everything. And for that reason, it reminded me a lot of a good classic. I kept bringing it up, but I felt like there were just these beautiful themes that kind of shared a similarity with Clock Tower that I played earlier, from the walking into the hallway, having to hide and that kind of stuff. No, we weren't like hiding under furniture and things like that, but even having these slightly different variations of bad endings with one good ending, that was kind of cool. I love a game that has replayability in that regard. I don't think it has replayability as far as like solving. You can choose to solve things in a slightly different variation or timeline, but for the most part, the replayability comes from the endings. And while it is a lot of work to keep watching the versions again and again and again, because you can't fast forward them, they always allow you to go back over. So they don't force you to replay the game from the start to be able to get a good ending or get a different ending. So I like that they're like, hey, do you want to continue the game? And they throw you back to where you were before. So for that, I thought it was well polished and overall just an enjoyable atmosphere. Something a little different than what I brought to you guys before. I loved these. Interesting family, lots of drama. The whole Victorian era, being a detective, and then turning out that it was the inspiration for a book that we imagine she goes on to write. I have to give this like a stellar rating. I had so much fun with it, even in the moments of being lost and having to look things up. So it was great to don my detective hat again, and I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough and a little something different. They do have another game that came out, I believe, before. So going to the developers on this, let me just check this before I head out of here. So POV has also done Cat's Request, but that might be something a little bit different. Actually, I think I own this game. There's Cat and Ghostly Road, indie cat point and click 2D adventure. And then there's Cat's Request demo. There's a demo for a game that says 2023. And in my head, no, I have Cat's Request. Yeah. Cat's Request came out in 2023. I think Cat's Request was the first game I had from these people, but I haven't played it yet. So I'm really glad to get this one. So we're gonna have to check out Cat and Ghostly Road and Cat's Request. I didn't even realize it. I wonder how I found the other Cat's Request. I don't know, because this was just put back on my radar from being gifted the detective from the Crypt. So I think we need to check out some of their older works. They put out a game in 2020. This was 2021. And then Cat's Request was 2023, which means they might be working on something else. Ooh. Actually, it says upcoming releases. Oh, y'all, they're working on another one. Ghost of the Porcelain Cat. Oh, this is another series to bring to you guys. Oh, look at this. A mystical point and click adventure about a cat who must find their way through astral realm to return to reality. What? You know I love cat games. Look, it's a win for me. Cats, detective work, I'm here for it. Point and click, so much fun. Thank you guys for taking time out of y'all's lives to be here to watch this. I hope you guys had fun with something a little bit different, and I will see you guys in what comes next on the channel. Bye, YouTube.